Dawson Bryce.
Hey, dude. How are you?
So you gonna text the pitch count?
Yeah, that's my job.
Funding for this station is provided by Fisherman's 3 Restaurant. Have a craving for fried or broiled seafood but don't have time to drive to the Cape? The Fisherman's 3 Restaurant, located at 411 Old Colony Road in Norton, has shrimp, squid, and lobster made to order. Their seafood arrives daily from the ocean to your table with other menu options available. They're normally open every day, but now have special COVID hours of Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. for takeout or sit down. They're also currently hiring. For more information or to order, you can call 508-222-8090. Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this special presentation of boys high school baseball. High school baseball is boys. The girls play softball. Sorry, folks. Of high school baseball, as the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers host the Taunton Tigers. Taunton started their season off with an 11-0 victory over Stoughton. It was a tough go for Attleboro as they lost 3-0 for Canton, and a perfect game was pitched against them. 16 out of the 21 outs were strikeouts. And Coach Dunley of Attleboro talked about how beautifully the Canton pitcher pitched. Started low in the zone, elevated. I don't believe he walked a batter either, Kevin.
Well, in a perfect game, Paul, they usually don't, do they?
Yes, that's right.
That's why it's perfect. It's good to be reunited with you, Paul, for the first time in almost 2 years.
Yes, the last game we did was late May or early June of 2019, the Division I South semifinal.
Sectional final.
Sectional final, yes. Yeah. As Taunton prevailed 6-2 over Attleboro in that game, and they went on to win the Division I championship. I'm Paul Healy, along with Kevin Callahan. Should be a good day for baseball.
Should be good. Both teams are coming in, only playing one game. Taunton beat Stoughton 11-0, and Attleboro coming off a 3-0 loss to Canton. Though Attleboro did play Stoughton in an exhibition game, preseason game, where they prevailed 3-0.
Okay.
Actually, I think it was 6-0. They kind of like let them bat in the bottom of the seventh just to get a few more at bats in for the exhibition. So it should be a good game. Both teams featuring a few different college commits already, and it should be a good game of some Division I baseball here.
Let me go through the lineups, and then Kevin can fill in the blanks with more specific information around the players. Taunton will bat first as the visiting team. They're wearing orange jerseys, black numerals with white trim, white pants, good-looking uni. Jake Gobin will lead off and play second base. Ryan McDougall, just a sophomore, will play first base, and you told me he's already committed to?
Dayton University.
Wow. For baseball?
Yes.
No kidding. Pitching today and hitting third. I love it. That's how it used to be back in my day. Number 9, Dan McDougall. We've been following Hockomock League sports for years, and the next break Dan McDougall catches will be his first break. He's been a victim of injuries in football, basketball throughout his high school career. We all hope he can have a solid senior season.
Yeah, and University of Hartford has looked a little bit beyond some of those injuries because that's where he'll be heading next year as well.
Excellent. Yeah, shoulder injury. He suffered in the second play of the game against Attleboro a few years ago. That cost him his basketball season. That was tough. Hitting cleanup is Bretton Heggs in left field. The DH will hit fifth. That's Ty Calley. At shortstop is Dawson Bryson. Kevin and I were watching the infield-outfield drills. He can throw the ball.
Yeah, he's got a good arm on him, and they're playing here at this new turf field with the true hop. So with a strong arm at shortstop, you can actually sit your shortstop back just a little bit. The ball goes faster, so he'll be able to throw the people out of first base.
Batting seventh will be Braden Sullivan. He'll play third base. Batting eighth will be Connor Quinlan in right field. Batting ninth will be Sean Calley in center field, and Colby Dakota, Dakota, couldn't read my handwriting in the scorebook. He will catch, he will not bat.
as Ty Cali will be the designated hitter. It's not true American League rules where you can only DH for the pitcher.
Yep.
You can DH for anybody in this situation.
For the Bombardiers, here we go. Ben Hawkwater will lead off and play right field. Cam Foster at shortstop hitting second. Jake Gorman at first base hitting third. Evan Houle, the DH, will bat fourth. Bailey Camacho will catch and hit fifth. Matt McMahon, another McMahon.
And he's not the last one either. There's another one coming through the system in 8th grade.
He'll play third base and hit sixth. Owen Tabor will hit seventh and play second sack. Parker Sackett, I didn't do that on purpose, will hit eighth and play left field. And Nate George is in center field batting ninth. Dylan James, the sophomore pitcher. When I was a sophomore, Kevin, I think I was 5'1", 105 pounds. Dylan doesn't have that issue.
No, he looks to be about 6 feet, probably going about 180, 185. He's a hard thrower, features a good secondary pitch as well, a good control, and they think very, very highly of him, obviously giving him the start. And just the second varsity game as, well, second high school game for all these sophomores that might be playing, as last year, as we know, was wiped out.
Yep. And again, Taunton, a long baseball tradition. Their coach, Blair Bork, I believe he's in his 5th or 6th year. He's a Taunton High graduate. Went to a small college in Texas, a junior college in Texas, and then I believe Texas A&M Corpus Christi, where he played ball and finished his career. Attleboro, coached by Steve Dunley, played at a little school called Boston College down the road.
Yeah, and got into an exhibition game against the Boston Red Sox back in the day, and pitched against them as well. So pretty good thrill for him.
You know the joke, Kevin. How can you tell within 30 seconds of meeting someone they went to Boston College?
They'll tell you.
They tell you. Yeah. Here we go. The right-handed batter, Jack Gobin, steps up to the plate. Get our field mic going as the sophomore winds to pitch. Ooh, fastball outside corner, strike one. Had a little pop on that, Kev.
Yeah, good pop, and you always want to get that first strike out of the way, especially the younger players.
Yes.
They're a little nervous. They want to show the team that they belong here.
Strike two, outside corner.
Found in the strike zone early, has Gobin down in the hole, 0-2. Third baseman can relax a little bit and back up.
Yeah.
Not expecting any sort of leadoff bunt.
Lines for the third pitch. Breaking ball fouled down the left field line. There's Coach Bork, and the third bases coach, but Bailey Camacho beats him to it. Bailey's hustling right off the bat, 0-2.
Dylan tried a curveball, left it up probably a little bit higher than he wanted to on that one.
Yep.
Good news for him is it didn't break right over the heart of the plate.
0-2 to the leadoff hitter, Gobin. Breaking ball, ground ball to the left is the third baseman, McMahon. Fires across the diamond in time. 1 up, 1 down. 5-3 if you're scoring at home.
And why wouldn't you be?
Yes.
Neither team with a particular advantage on the turf field. Yes, brand new for Attleboro, but Taunton's been playing on the turf field now for 2 years, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So both teams practicing on the turf field. True hops.
Called strike. Fastball low in the zone to Ryan McDougal, wearing number 30, playing first base. As Kevin said, he's committed to Dayton.
Went 3 for 4 with a walk, 2 runs scored, and an RBI against Stoughton.
Curveball just stayed up. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good size sophomore himself.
Yeah. Right-hander going for the full windup. No one on base. 1 out. Fastball.
Just missed.
Low.
A little low, maybe out, maybe.
Okay.
Look good.
Yep. 2 balls, 1 strike. High out of the zone. 3 balls and 1 strike. Again, sophomore pitching for the Bombardiers, Dylan James.
And it looks to be right now outfield playing straight away. Don't have the dimensions on the left field line. I heard it's about 330. There is no center field fence. I understand that there'll be one going up.
Yep. Ball 4 low.
That one missed low and inside. So Dylan James, the sophomore, is just missing around the plate.
Yep.
Not too far off, but just enough.
Are you keeping an accurate pitch count?
Yep, he's at 9.
Thank you.
Number 3 hitter Danny McDougal going to University of Hartford.
High and inside as he ducks out of the way of that one. Back in my day, we didn't count pitchers.
It's a 105 pitch count now. Massachusetts is the last state. Matter of fact, they're about 10 years behind instituting a pitch count. Them in Connecticut with the last 2.
fouls that towards the Attleboro dugout. Attleboro is on the left-hand side of the field, third base side. Taunton on the first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dan McDougal. Outstanding attitude, competitive player. From the stretch, short lead off of first. Shot down to third base, fielded by McMahon, throws to first, second for 1, first base, double play! McMahon to Tabor to Gorman, 5-4-3 double play.
Tailor-made, and again, you almost credit the new turf field. You're going to get true hops off of that. That allows McMahon to sit back for the nice hop.
Yes.
And then just turn him to Tabor to Gorman, 5-4-3 double play.
Well, I'll tell that story when we get back. After 1/2 inning of play, no score, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base for Taunton. We'll be right back after this on WARA and AACS 15 Sports.
W.H. Riley is here for your home or business needs this summer. They're a family-run business that always welcomes new customers. They offer air conditioning, generator, and home appliance installation with 24-hour emergency service. For more details, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or on the web at whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. Funding for this station is provided by Fisherman's 3 Restaurant. Have a craving for fried or broiled seafood but don't have time to drive to the Cape? The Fisherman's 3 Restaurant, located at 411 Old Colony Road in Norton, has shrimp, scrod, and lobster made to order. Their seafood arrives daily from the ocean to your table with other menu options available. They're normally open every day, but now have special COVID hours of Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. for takeout or sit down. They're also currently hiring. For more information or to order, you
Back to Fisherman's 3. Bottom of the first inning is about to start. Ben Huckwater steps to the plate, swings at the first pitch, hits it to center field deep. Cruising under the ball is Sean Calley for Taunton to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out.
It's apparent right away that Coach Dunley came out and wants the kids to be aggressive, does not want them sitting back, does not want them striking out. Many reports say 16, it was 15 strikeouts last game, but nevertheless, we're off by 1. McDougal did pitch 5 scoreless innings. This is Daniel with just 1 hit allowed, no walks in his last outing.
Wow. First pitch to the Attleboro second batter, Cam Foster, is just outside from the right-hander, Dan McDougal. 1-0.
Cam Foster, somebody Attleboro thinks very highly of, can throw in the upper 80s in relief, and is a real good shortstop.
Looks like a slider that cut outside. 2-0. Dan McDougal pitching for Taunton, so he started the game against Stoughton.
Yep, and 5 innings, striking out 6.
Catches the outside corner, strike 1. Apologize, folks, didn't get the name of our umpires before the game. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cam Foster. Back in the box. Breaking ball, swings and misses, might have tipped it. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Might have helped them out a little bit on that one, just a little bit high, I thought, with 2-2.
Forgot the field mic, there we go. Outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Tough one to take with 2, but hey, he's got the good eye there, so they got just a little bit better perspective than us, and the umpire agreed with Mr. Foster.
Swing and a miss. There's that. That's a slider, Kevin?
That looked like a bit of a slider there. Yeah, just something. Had just a bit of a tail at the end of it. And looked good.
So we have 7 pitches after 2 batters?
7 pitches, yep.
Right. Coming up, Jake Gorman plays first base for the Bombardiers. Big boy. How come he's not playing offensive tackle?
He played on the basketball team this year. He'll be going to Framingham State in the fall.
Breaking ball from Dan McDougal. The Gorman is outside, low and outside, ball 1. Nice stop by the catcher for Taunton. That's Dakuda. 2 balls.
Pitcher a little more cautiously to the 3-hitter. If he gets a hold of one, that can go over the fence and left.
Fastball outside, 3-0 to Dakuda.
Gorman,
thank you. Dakuda's the catcher.
I'm sure he'll be taking all the way here.
High inside, ball 4. First walk of the game.
cannot use a courtesy runner in this situation. You can use a courtesy runner for the pitcher and the catcher.
Okay.
Somebody that's not in the game. Jake Orman's not one of the faster guys on the team. That might be somebody you would want to use a courtesy runner for. As you mentioned, Attleboro's got a lot of speed on the bench.
2 outs, 1 on. McDougal's first offering from the stretch is outside. Ball 1 kind of fell off the mound to his left that time.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, a little out of whack, but it's a turf mound as well, so it's not like his foot got caught in the dirt.
Swing and a miss at that slider-type pitch by Evan Houle, the designated hitter, hitting cleanup. I should mention who the batter is. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Looked like Evan was a little out in front of that one.
His brother played a lot of third base last year. Evan, an outstanding basketball player. Called strike, heater on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just going to name captain as well for basketball next year.
Good.
For the Attleboro High School team. Down 1 and 2 though right now.
Gorman, a average lead off of first base. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3. Again, there's that slider-type breaking ball. 2 strikeouts in the inning and 1 walk for Dan McDougal. So no runs, no hits, 1 man left on base, no score after 1 complete inning on AACS 15 Sports.
L&J Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., L&J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to the campus of Attleboro High School. Does this field have a name, Kevin?
I only know it so far as the Drummond Street field, which I didn't even know what Drummond Street was until about a week or 2 ago. So.
Heading into the top of the second inning, we have no score. Taunton will send up their 4, 5, 6 batters, starting with Breton Heggs, who plays left field, Ty Calley, the DH, and Dawson Bryce, the shortstop. My father, Kevin, is in the Hall of Fame at University of Vermont, 1939 to 1941. 3-year starter at shortstop in baseball and center in basketball. You think college sports have changed?
Just a little bit.
But when the AstroTurf fields first came in, Cincinnati Reds, Three Rivers Stadium, my father used to say, for crying out loud, I never would have made an error on that stuff. A lot of true hops on these artificial turfs. Tony Kubek never gotten hit in the neck with a ground ball in a World Series. Ahead of that, looked like James took something off that, and ahead of it was Heggs. Lashes a foul on the first base side. He's a left-handed batter.
And Heggs went 2 for 3 against Stoughton with 3 RBIs and 2 walks. So on base 4 out of 5 times. Pretty good start for the number 4 hitter.
Yep. Left hand weight on the back foot. Ground ball towards the second baseman. Tabor fields it, his second assist of the game, as he tosses over to Gorman at first. 1 up, 1 down.
You may remember Owen Tabor from our last Taunton Attleboro game. He scored one of the runs as a pinch runner. They called him up as a freshman to pinch run, and he ran, I think, for Van Vliet, but my memory escapes me right now on that.
Well, it would make sense since Van Vliet was the catcher.
Right.
Ty Calley, the designated hitter, is up, right-handed batter. Stance like old Rico Petrocelli. Ground ball to the shortstop. Foster fires across the diamond. Well, Foster, not a big guy, but good arm.
Very good arm. He's a fleet of foot, and if he gets in there to pitch, I've been told he's up 87, 88 miles an hour.
Wow. Just wait till he reaches puberty.
No kidding, huh?
Number 6 batter, Dawson Bryce, the outstanding Taunton shortstop, wears number 17. Fastball, low and away, ball 1 from Dylan James. 16 pitches, right?
Well, 6 to 17. That was pitch number 17.
Thank you.
Put me on the spot to do my quick arithmetic.
Lashes a ball foul by about a foot down the third base line. Hustling after it is left fielder Parker Sackett. And because it's not Major League Baseball, they'll toss it into the pitcher and keep using it.
They'll just use 1 ball.
Yes.
Not 1 ball per pitch. So I'm sure Camacho is noticing that he went for the high heat there, so you may see a few more out of the zone right now to see if they can get Bryce to commit to some pitches. Like that one.
There you go. Fastball high. Bryce looks at it.
What's nice is that Dylan, even in the early part of the game, has established a strike zone. He's not afraid to make a few extra pitches if he has to, so they can play around to see what batters will chase.
2-1 delivery is another high heater. 3 balls, 1 strike to Dawson Bryce. Sun currently behind the clouds right now here at Attleboro. Fence only in left field to left center. The rest of the field is open. There's a shot. One-hop blast to the shortstop. Foster from deep in the hole fires it across the diamond. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base after 1.5 innings. No score. Kevin.
Yep. Bryce tripped coming out of the box. Not sure what he tripped on. That gave Foster an extra second to set his feet. Made a powerful throw over to Gorman at first. 1-2-3 inning.
We'll be right back after this on AACS 15 Sports and 1320 WARA Radio.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545 or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Well, welcome back. Attleboro High School. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Danny McDougall, the starting pitcher for Taunton. He doesn't mess around. Only have time for 1 commercial when he's warming up.
You don't get the full 2.5 minutes here, Paul.
Right.
Dylan James, just so you know, through 6 batters, has thrown a first pitch strike to 4 out of the 6 batters.
Wow.
So he's working from ahead right from the get-go.
Bailey Camacho, Attleboro's catcher, hits 5th in the lineup. Pops up the first offering foul out of play to the right, strike 1. Who's chasing down the foul balls this year? Where's Mark LaFontaine when you need him?
He's listening, and Mark says hi. He says, we're both doing a good job. Well, thank you, Paul.
Oh.
Mark.
Called strike, outside corner, 0-2 to Bailey. Danny McDougall, starting pitcher for Taunton. Bailey, a bit of an open stance. Looks at that one as McDougall tried to get him to chase low and away. It did not work. 1-2.
Bailey will be attending Colby Sawyer in the fall to play baseball.
Excellent. Excellent. My plan is working, Smithers. Fastball as Bailey protecting, fouls that off to the right. I think he knew it was out of the zone, but wasn't going to take a chance.
Now down 1-2, you doing a good job in leading as a senior captain. This is how you're supposed to do it as well. Protect with 2 strikes and see if you can get your pitch on the next one.
Let's get Kevin's mic a little louder. There we go.
Thank you.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Camacho. And that ball was outside. Hits right below our field mic. As trying to frame the strike was the catcher, Colby Dakuda, which...
Yep. It looked like a pretty good pitch, but he didn't go running after it like it was strike 3 when he dropped it, so he knew.
Yes. 2-2. Breaking ball goes the other way to right field. Falls in for the first hit of the season for the Bombardiers as the right fielder, Quinlan, tried to throw him out at first.
So they got their first base runner of the season last inning in a walk, and this has got to feel good, the first hit of the season.
Yes.
You could tell Bailey was one of the ones that looked like he may have been pressing just a little bit in game 1.
Yeah.
Trying to break the no-hitter. The seniors, they haven't played in 2 years, like everybody, but you press us a little bit more when you feel a little bit more responsibility as a senior leader, and it's good to see him almost just kind of stick the bat out there with down 2 strikes, and it just kind of plunked into right field.
And is there a lineup change already for the Bombardiers?
That's Matt McMahon batting, and that's who's supposed to be batting. Oh, they're going to pinch run for the for the catcher, courtesy runner, and that's number 19. That'll be Eric Lorilla, a senior pitcher.
Okay.
Bailey will come back in the game. He can pinch run, but he can't courtesy run again this inning.
Right.
But he can courtesy run next inning as long as he doesn't enter the game. So it's number 19,
Lorilla,
senior. You might see him as a pitcher. possible outfielder, I think.
First pitch to third baseman Matt McMahon is high. Ball one. We are in the bottom of the second inning. No score, but the Bombardiers have Camacho at first base. Nobody out. Matt McMahon at the plate.
And just a quick correction, it is Eric Larilla at first base,
Pitch
courtesy
running.
runner.
You just said that, yep. Wish they had that rule when I played. High, ball two to McMahon.
You would have got to do a few more games, Paul.
Darn right. The only thing I was really good at was base running. When you're the fourth of four brothers, when they play pickle in the backyard, guess who's running? I could hook slide both ways, pop up slide both ways. I was fast. It was getting on base that was a problem for me. Ball is fouled back by Matt McMahon. Think that was a fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Might have been just a little over anxious on a 2-0 pitch. We're very, when you're coaching, you're really looking for your pitch on 2-0 and 3-1. You really don't want to help out the pitcher at all. So that might have been just a little bit too high, but at every level of ball, it's so tough to lay off the high ones.
Nice lead by Larillo off first. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Matt McMahon.
Yeah, that one looked like it had a little bit of a tail on it as well, as it just kind of slid to the outside.
Yeah. His older brother was the starting point guard on maybe the best Attleboro basketball team since they won the state title in '98 and 2019. Ooh, breaking that slider again. Caught the outside corner. Called strike 3. 1 out, 1 on. No score, bottom of the second.
We'll see if with Owen Tabor coming up right now, if Coach Dunley puts some people in motion just to see if maybe they'll hit and run, get some players moving, and see if Tabor can find a hole here.
Yep. Sun back out here.
Not in our eyes, though, like when you're at the field.
Yes.
It's not setting in your eyes.
Like the football field.
The football field.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously we're at a field, right?
Yeah, Dan McDougall throws a breaking ball for outside ball 1. Pinch runner, Larilla at first base.
Decent lead. I'd like to see him grab another step if he could, if he's quick. But
throw to first, dives back in time.
He was a little fooled on that move.
Yes.
Maybe that's just the perfect round lead for Larilla at first base.
Now that doesn't add to his pitch count, right?
That does not.
Thank you.
Pitch over, he can throw over there 100 times.
Yes.
He can field the bunt. That won't count towards his pitch count either.
Strike, breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Owen Tabor. Pinch runner Larilla on first base. 1 out. What a beautiful spring day.
This is great. It's about 61 degrees. Not too hot, not too windy.
Yes. A Goldilocks.
Runner goes.
High pitch, good pitch to throw on, and he's out.
They got him.
And that was a decent jump by Larilla, but it was a high fastball. Dakuda popped out of his stance, fired a strike to second base. Caught stealing.
Real good pop time on there by Dakuda. I missed what. Thank you. There's 2 strikes on the batter. That was a called strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think the home plate umpire can hear us.
Yep. Just outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Like when we did that American Legion game.
Yes, exactly.
You think he can hear us? Yes, he can.
Yeah, that's right. You think he can hear us? The umpire turned right around. Yep.
2-2.
Oh, there's a shot to the hole between third base and shortstop. Base hit for Owen Tabor. Hardest hit ball of the day for Attleboro.
Nice 2-2 hitting there. Nice, real good mechanics. McDougall may have left that one just a little bit over the middle more than he wanted to on a 2-2 count. And a real nice hit for Owen Tabor, his first hit of the season.
Into left field. This brings up Parker Sackett. He's the left fielder, hitting number 8. What year's Parker?
Parker, I believe, is a junior.
Tabor with speed. Decent lead off of first. Up ahead of the breaking ball, fouls, pops it straight up.
It's tough play.
McDougall, the pitcher, called for it, but his little brother, who's not so little, the first baseman, called him off, and that was a very difficult pitch. Dan McDougall was on the mound. The first baseman, McDougall, had to climb the mound.
Yeah, and he had, the elder, McDougall, stepped back, and the first baseman, McDougall, as all 5 infielders, counting the pitcher, all converged on the back of the rubber. So, like you said, how to climb the hill.
All right, so for the Bombardiers, no runs, 2 hits, 1 man left on base, no score after 2 innings. We'll be right back.
Funding for this station is provided by Fisherman's 3 Restaurant. Have a craving for fried or broiled seafood but don't have time to drive to the Cape? The Fisherman's 3 restaurant, located at 411 Old Colony Road in Norton, has shrimp, squid, and lobster made to order. Their seafood arrives daily from the ocean to your table with other menu options available. They're normally open every day, but now have special COVID hours of Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. for takeout or sit down. They're also currently hiring. For more information or to order, you can call 508-222-8090. Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to Attleboro High School. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Jim Jones, our engineer in charge. Dave Angel also helped us set up the equipment before the game. First pitch is a breaking ball from Dylan James to Taunton's number 9 batter, Nate George.
7-8-9.
7-8-9. There we go. Oh, wrong side. Taunton's on this side of the score sheet, Kevin.
Yes.
Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Braden Sullivan.
I believe that's the first batter Dylan James has started with an off-speed curveball there. 1-1 to Braden Sullivan, the third baseman.
No score, top of the third. Low and outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Dylan James, just a sophomore. Who's the starting pitcher against Canton?
Oh, that was Jake Gorman. He went 3, and then Billy Saltmarsh, I believe he's a junior, came in and threw the final 3.
Breaking ball, hit towards diving. What a play by the shortstop, Foster. Throw is high.
He went high, and he touched the base right before Gorman could come down on the base. I'm going to have to call that a single, I think.
Oh, that's a base hit. Yeah. That's an infield hit.
Oh, and I'm sorry, not Tabor. Cam Foster laid out on the turf, probably got a turf burn, came up, threw high, pulled Gorman, who's very tall himself, up, and Sullivan was running fast, and that's an infield single.
Yes. First hit of the game for Taunton.
Look for a bunt here as you get near the bottom of the order for Taunton.
Connor Quinlan is up, fouls this one, sky high foul to the left. That hit the basketball backboard over there?
It hit something.
Wow.
I didn't think it went that far, to be honest with you.
0-1 to Connor Quinlan. He's the right fielder wearing number 15.
It's the first time Taunton has had their leadoff man on, just the second base runner of the game.
Nice lead for Sullivan.
Ooh.
I was not looking. I was looking at Sullivan. What happened?
It looked like a curveball that broke right over the plate. The umpire disagreed with us. Or with me. 1-1.
Yeah, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Neither pitcher missing by much when they miss.
Yep. Pickoff throw. No tag attempt by the first baseman, Gorman. Dylan James on the mound.
Kind of like what Cam Foster did the layout on this turf field because it connects with the softball field. Yep. If there's a ball hitting the gap, the outfielders are going to have to lay out.
Yes. Hard foul as ahead of that breaking ball was Connor Quinlan. Connor not pleased with himself, knew he was a little over anxious.
If that ball shoots the gap, it's going to roll for about 700 feet. It's going to be an inside the park home run.
James to the set. Oh, inside. Hits the batter, Connor Quinlan. He goes down to first base. Moving to second base is Braden Sullivan. 2 on, nobody out.
Tried for a 1-2 curveball, left it up and kind of caught him on the back. He may have even picked up the thud.
Yes, exactly. This scorebook doesn't have a thing for hit by pitch. Oh, well.
You don't have an HP on there anyway?
No, I have an HR, but oh, well.
It's a 9-hitter now, Sean Calley.
Calley wears number 8, plays center field, looks at called strike 1. What kind of pitch was that?
Fastball, outside corner. And,
Thank you.
Again, surprised not playing small ball. A lot of times you'll see in the high school and in college game growing up is the bottom of the orders will start playing some small ball, bunt the guys over for the top. Here's the bunt.
Squares to bunt, but the heater is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
A lot of coaches like to move the runners over and give the top of the order a chance. You get their, the contact guys up, the power guys up.
And this artificial surface, good surface to bunt on.
Yeah.
Healthy lead off second base by Sullivan. Same thing with Quinlan at first, not being held. Breaking ball called, strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Looked like the Attleboro was holding McMahon at third and charging Gorman, and Tabor was going to cover first base, so they were cycling in that direction and holding McMahon, which would have meant that Dylan James is responsible for the third base side.
Yep. Low and outside. 3 balls, 1 strike to Sean Kelly.
I got 2 and 2.
Thank you.
He did not. Yep, 2 and 2. Did not show bunt on that one.
James to the set.
Good piece of hitting there.
Just staying alive, fouling that off to the right. You're absolutely right, Kevin. He was not trying to put that in the field of play. He was just staying alive.
Yeah, there was coming in about a letter-high fastball, and he just wanted to fight that one off.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
He couldn't get a bunt down earlier in the bat. Ideally, the Taunton coach would love to see him find the right side on the ground to move the runners along if possible.
Breaking pitch does not find the strike zone. The count is full, 2 on. Nobody out. Full count on Callie, the number 9 batter.
I would not expect the runners to be in motion with nobody out. We'd run on first maybe, but not first and second.
Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful pitch.
Swinging strike 3 for the first out of the inning.
And again, earlier we saw his big breaking ball. That looked a little bit more like a slider.
And Dylan James has thrown a first pitch strike to 7 of the first 9 batters.
Wow.
Of the game as we turn the order over back to the top of the order.
Jack Gobin, the second baseman, leads off. He grounded out hard to third baseman Matt McMahon. There's that slower curveball, swing and a miss, strike 1.
And again, you've seen this inning, Dylan starting to start batters off with a curveball.
Certainly, from a mental perspective, more advanced than your average sophomore high school pitcher.
Correct.
Heater off the plate to shortstop. Has to go across the diamond. Takes a smooth bounce for the first baseman Gorman, who makes the play. So there's now 2 outs, but runners on second and third for Taunton with a number 2 batter coming up.
I think Foster was a little bit confused. I think he actually had 3 directions in his head. Should I go to third and get the lead runner? Should I turn to go to second and go for 2? And he decided at the last second to go to first. And he threw it slow.
Yeah.
And it took a turf hop.
Yep.
So Gorman, instead of stretching, sat back, played the hop, and got the out. So now there's 2 outs with runners on second and third for Ryan McDougall, the sophomore.
Called strike on Kevin again, starting him off with that breaking ball.
And inside strike and 8 out of 11 first pitch strikes.
Wow. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter, who is Husky. Low, good eye by Ryan McDougall. Ryan, my brothers had this issue. When my brother Rich was a senior and Mike was a junior, Rich was much bigger.
Yeah, 2 different, built very differently.
Yes.
But both of them have bright baseball futures in front of them.
Exactly. And that'll lead to a sibling rivalry. Shot down to the first baseman. Well hit, but right into the glove of Gorman on 2 hops. Steps on the bag. Nice job by Dylan James escaping a mini jam. So no runs, 1 hit, 2 left on base after 2.5 innings, no score.
Real good inning, like you said. Real good composure by James, but he's helping himself. Even when he gets himself in trouble with the hit by pitch, he has thrown a first pitch strike to, excuse me here, I believe it's 9 out of 12 now.
Yep.
I'll have that for you in a minute.
Exactly. All right, we'll be right back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to Attleboro High School as we're getting ready for the bottom of the third. You know, who's kidding who, we root for Attleboro, but I've always been a fan of Dan McDougall over at Taunton, and now I'm even a bigger fan. Boy, does he get his warm-up pitches in quickly.
We're moving right along here. You must know I have to get to my daughter's softball game after this.
Called strike on the outside corner, took a little bit off that to Attleboro's number 9 batter, Nate George, starting in center field.
Nate started in the center field but did not hit last game, so he's getting a chance to hit this game. And it's a ball just a little bit outside, maybe just a little bit low. Fastball 1-1 to Nate George, who I heard hit really well, like in training camp and in the exhibition game.
Excellent. Diving play by the third baseman. Sullivan gets up, can't make the throw in time. Infield hit for Nate George. Boy, Nate can pick him up and put him down.
Yeah, and real nice play by Sullivan. The layout. Gonna be a few rug burns on the on today, but he got up, just couldn't get the ball out of the glove. George was hustling down the line, would have been bang bang. Expect to see now as we turn the order over, Ben Hockwater look for Attleboro to play a little bit of small ball, some bunting, some hitting and running. I understand George has some pretty good speed as well.
Left-handed batter Hockwater swung at the first pitch of the game. Throwing down to first base is the catcher Dakuda, blocked by McDougall down there. Sliding back safely was Nate George.
Hockwater showed bunt. They just appealed to see if he went on the bunt. They did not. It came in high, so 1-0. But Hockwater's definitely showing bunt there.
Coach Pagano in the third base box giving the signal. Hockwater, left-handed batter, as we said, swung at the first pitch of the game, hit it well for fly out to center. Just missing is Dan McDougall going for the inside corner, 1-1. No, 2-0.
2-0.
Yep.
And McDougall is 4 out of 9 first pitch strikes once he went through the line. It's not as good as James, a little bit less than 50-50.
Nice big lead at first. Hit to left field.
George has in front of him.
Going back is Heggs, makes the catch. Running back to first base is Nate George. 1 out, 1 on, no score, bottom of the third.
Attleboro put the hit and run on that play, and that was slicing away from the left fielder, which was good for George. He could have get all the way to second.
Yeah.
Watch. Okay, he's got it. He didn't have to scramble back. He didn't have to stop and panic early.
I think Ben Hockwater's been studying his sabermetrics for a leadoff batter. It's an uppercut on both of his first couple of swings in this game. Cam Foster, the shortstop, is up, who can really flash the leather. Struck out swinging, hits that slowly to first base. Fielded by McDougall, throws to first. The shortstop for 1 out, not in time, as Dan, the pitcher, covers first base. So now there's 2 outs with a man on first. Boy, we got a couple of good shortstops in this field today, Kevin.
A tremendous play by McDougall at first. Ranger to his right. No one did. He had time to get the lead runner. Makes a nice throw. Almost completed the double play. But the hustling Foster beat it out. 2 outs, but real nice play. I actually thought he was just going to turn and go back to first, but there's momentum. He knew exactly what he was doing. Good decision by the sophomore first baseman.
So far, Jake Gorman is up. He had a walk his first time up, and I was looking at my scorebook. What was the pitch?
Fastball up and maybe a little bit in.
Boy,
1-0.
He's looked at 5 pitches now, all balls.
Yeah.
From the stretch, Dan McDougall, this foul back into the cage for the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Jake was anxious to swing for the first time after hearing you. No score here, bottom of the third. If you just tuned in, it's a 0-0, 2 outs. Nate George on first. Nope, I'm sorry. Cam Foster on first base.
You leave the mistakes to me, Kevin. Breaking ball outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. So going both pitchers, Dan McDougall for Taunton and Dylan James, changing speeds well.
Yeah, changing speeds, throwing different the batters different pitches in the count.
Foul back to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I missed what kind of selection that was in the pitch.
Looked like a fastball.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. That's the tough thing with it being on YouTube. We can't just make up the pitches anymore.
I know. That was a knuckle curve.
Did you see the screwball on that one? No, you didn't. It was just on radio. But
breaking ball fouled high. That'll get out of play. Still 2-2. You know, PBS Channel 44, they're replaying Ken Burns' baseball series. Last night I was watching the thing on Satchel Paige. He could pitch a 9-inning game and never use the same arm angle twice. McDougall to the stretch, 2-2 on Attleboro's number 3 hitter. No score. Blast to the shortstop. He'll field it himself, and Bryce steps on second base to end the 3rd inning. 1 hit, no runs, 1 runner left on base. we'll be back with fourth inning action. No score on AACS 15 Sports.
W.H. Riley is here for your home or business needs this summer. They're a family-run business that always welcomes new customers. They offer air conditioning, generator, and home appliance installation with 24-hour emergency service. For more details, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or on the web at whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545 or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan, who's coached a ton of these Attleboro kids through Ute baseball, and yet they still seem to be pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. Well, that's because it's less and less now.
Oh, okay.
After Tim graduated, I didn't know a lot of the kids under him, but I had a few of them in that Sandlot League that we did last year. A few of them played against me, a couple played for me, so it's and now, with having a girl, I really don't know the boys coming through the system. So, but I'll be an expert on softball coverage in a couple of years.
Stepping to the plate is Dan McDougall, Taunton's pitcher and number 3 batter. Also a football player and basketball player at Taunton. Curveball from the sophomore. James is low, starting off the top of the 4th.
One of the few times that he starts off with the first pitch ball, just the 3rd time this game.
Wow. McDougall's balanced stance, breaking ball. That one he's out ahead of. Foul, lashes it foul down the left field line. And you almost looked like that's what James was looking for.
Yeah, it did look that way. And he hit into a 5-4-3 double play in his first at bat. And now I just looked up and looked over at right field and saw Ben Hockwar take about 6 steps to his right, our left, as now they're definitely making a switch to play him the pull.
1 ball, 1 strike to Dan McDougall. Low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 1 strike, he tried to say.
Dylan James at 44 pitches, and if you hear us talking about that more and more, it's the first year they're implementing the 105 pitch count. Something that's been in play for a long time throughout the country.
Oh, breaking ball, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dan McDougall.
Dylan James very impressive in his varsity debut.
Yeah.
High school debut. Never had a chance to play freshman or JV.
That's right.
Curveball.
There's the 12-6 curve. I guess it stayed a little high.
More like 12-8, I guess.
Yeah, 12-6. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
You left it up just a little bit too high, I guess.
Bailey Camacho, the catcher. Ground ball to the shortstop. Foster fires across the diamond, just a step ahead of McDougall, who's got speed. Oh, Dougal, is he hopping a little bit? Hope he's okay.
Let's see. What I was noticing there was the difference in Foster's throw the last time, and he wasn't sure if his throw wasn't the strongest throw in a 1 hop.
Yeah.
That time he saw McDougall hustling down the line. He threw a fastball to Gorman at first base.
Yeah. And looking in the dugout now.
Seems okay.
Yeah, he seems okay. That's good. Again, he's suffered a ton of injuries his sophomore and junior year.
It was a curveball that broke low and away, low and in for ball 1 to Bretton Heggs,
who grounded out to second baseman Owen Tabers. Oh, there's a shot. Oh, a line drive right at Jake Gorman. Did not move his feet. That is a line out. So in my stats, that's a plus in the WH category. Well hit, but it's still an out.
People are kind of following on that well hit. They call it the exit velo now. That you probably don't like that.
The exit velo?
Exit velocity of it. That's how they measure things. And there's a whole thing we can talk about for hours on that. But let's just say Jake Gorman, about 6'4", that's just a normal line drive to his head. Curveball for a strike.
To Ty Callie, the designated hitter, ground out to the Attleboro shortstop Foster, his first time up in the second inning.
That was me playing high school. That was my position. I would have had to jump for it.
Yes. Fastball, Callie, slow hopper, charging as Foster fires across. Whoa, error.
Yep, he couldn't get out of his glove.
Yep.
Came in, charging it, caught it, tried to keep throwing, and it just kind of dropped out of his glove. So that will have to go down as an error.
First error of the ball game for either team, and we're in the top of the fourth. So 2 outs, 1 on for Taunton with the number 6 batter, shortstop Dawson Bryce coming up. In the second, he grounded to Attleboro shortstop Foster. There's that slow curveball for a strike 1.
The 5th ball hit the Foster.
Wow.
This game in just the 4th inning. So he's been busy out there today.
Yeah. Nice lead off of first for Callie. And James throws over. Callie slides back in time. I was talking to Attleboro's Hayden Hegarty, also plays on the football team. I was saying on these all-turf fields, how the hell do you get dirt in your uniform?
Rubber pallets.
Runner is going. This is hit deep to left field. It'll be hooking foul. And they'll all head back.
Looked deeper off the bat.
It did. I guess he hit it closer to the handle than in the barrel. So that's going to be a strike. 1 ball, 0-2 to Dawson Bryce.
James way ahead.
But anyway, I was talking to Hegarty. He says, no, you don't get dirt, but you're pulling little black rubber pellets out of your underoos all night long.
Healthy lead again at first base.
Curveball, lash to Foster on 1 hop. He'll throw to the second baseman, Tabor, and that will end the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, 1 man left on base after 3.5. Kevin, we got a scoreless duel going.
We got a nice scoreless game going on here, and I'm sure Coach Dunley would rather see an offensive breakout at this point.
5 assists for Attleboro shortstop Cam Foster. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 4th inning, no score.
L&J Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., L&J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
All right, I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to try to sneak a second commercial in. Being the catcher, Colby DeCuster, just yells, ball's in. I want Dan McDougall to give a clinic on how to warm up before an inning.
Just hustle out there.
Exactly. Run out there, throw your warm-up pitches, and let's go.
Your underwriting spot to 45 seconns? And 30 minutes. Like you said, you get 1 in.
Everyone's happy except our underwriters.
Exactly, yeah. The people that sponsor the whole
Exactly. This brings up Evan Houle, Attleboro's designated hitter, struck out swinging on a tough curveball in the first inning. That's a bit of a slider. He follows that right in front of the Wheaton coach to our left. What's his name?
Eric Podleski, Coach P.
Okay, Coach P. 0-1 to Evan Houle.
Aoife Kelleher, her son Kean is on the team, is welcoming us back. She's glad to hear us for the first time in 2 years doing baseball.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike to Houle as the heater was outside. Slow ground ball. Dan McDougall, the pitcher, fields it, throws to his brother Ryan at first base. 1 up, 1 down. We're still scoreless. 1 out, bottom of the 4th.
McDougall got Evan Houle to swing at his pitch there. Kind of went after a high, maybe a little off speed there.
Yeah.
And just a slow roll it back. So a routine play for the McDougall brothers. You like that walk-up music?
Yeah, really. Bailey Camacho had a base hit to right field and then was erased on a fielder's choice. The Husky right-handed hitter looks at ball 1 high, maybe.
There's something I noticed the other day. Bailey will sometimes chase the high one. So if you can lay off those, you'll have a real good season at the plate.
Fouls that back over our truck. We're safe. It is 2-0. Just like the younger sister in League of Our Own. She liked the high ones. Kit?
They just moved the left fielder about 15 steps to his right, expecting Bailey either to go the other way, ball outside, or just knowing that they're going to work him away.
Yeah. 1 and 2. Boy, Guts taking that pitch. And by the way, I apologize Bailey Camacho, the biggest Bombardier. To compare him.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry, Bailey.
I believe it's 3-1 now, not 2-2.
2-2, thank you.
No, 3-1. Yep, 3-1.
So just that one foul, okay. I got a new score. This isn't my scorebook, and I'm not used to where the columns are. Bailey fouls this high to the right side. Will it stay in play?
I think it hit the net.
It hit the netting.
Yeah, that goes.
It's an 8-foot fence, and then above that is soft netting, and it caught the netting. So
I saw the net move, and it looks like it goes. The netting goes the equivalent of like first base to the outfield line.
So 3-2.
3-2.
Full count here. Bottom of the fourth. No score. Bombardiers with 3 hits in the day. Ground ball to the shortstop. Bryce. Oh! Fires a laser beam across the diamond in time. 6-3 if you're scoring at home. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth.
Both shortstops get a lot of work this game.
So let's see. We have 5 assists for Attleboro shortstop. And 1, 2.
And maybe just 3 plays for the shortstop for.
Okay, for Taunton, yeah.
I guess he's not as good.
2 putouts and assists.
Just seemed like it.
Yes, Matt McMahon is up, struck out looking on a tough breaking ball to for the first out of the second. Ball 1 low.
High.
High, thank you.
I wouldn't have corrected you if it wasn't on YouTube.
Yeah. There's that slider type pitch, goes outside.
Probably a pitch that
2-0
would like back.
Yes.
In his favor.
Right, yes. McMahon waits, lifts the front foot, slashes that into left field for a solid base hit. 2 out, 1 on for the Bombardiers. No score. Boy, Matt had a tough at-bat his first time up. Looked a lot more confident that time.
Yeah, he took a letter-high fastball on a 2-0 pitch. He was looking for a spot. He got what he wanted and laced it between no chance for third baseman or the shortstop for a 2-out single for McMahon. 4th
hit of the game for the Bombardiers. And this brings up Owen Tabor, a second baseman. He had a base hit to left field in the second inning.
Yeah, a 2-2. He also hit one between third and short for a nice hit as well.
There's that slider for strike 1. For Taunton at third base is Sullivan. Shortstop is Bryce. Second baseman Gobin. First baseman Ryan McDougall. Outfield left to right, Heggs, Callie, Quinlan.
An average lead by McMahon at first base. Not going.
Fastball fouled off right above us. I got 1-1.
0-2.
0-2, thank you.
This is actually a pitch I like to steal on.
Yeah.
So different, but a lot of times you get something in the dirt, something out of the strike zone. And though he did throw out somebody earlier in the game, McMahon's got pretty good speed. If you can get a good jump, look for them to maybe run on 0-2 or 1-2.
The balls and strikes boxes are the opposite of how they are in my scorebook, and I keep putting him in the wrong place. McDougall steps off the mound to give us a break. This game is less than an hour old. Right now we're at 51 minutes. We're in the bottom of the fourth. McMahon, short lead off first. Oh, now it's a regular lead. There's that slider outside.
1-2. No movement by McMahon on that one.
Yeah. McDougall. Oh, I should have mentioned Taunton's catcher, Colby Dakuda. He's only the most important defensive player on the field. Breaking ball stays out and up. 3-1?
2-2.
2-2. Here we go.
If Tabor can pull one, there's a lot of green between the foul line and the left fielder.
Second baseman had a base hit on a 2-2 count in the second inning. We're scoreless in the fourth. 2 outs, 1 on. Dan McDougall to the stretch. Fires to first, diving back. And little black pellets rising in the air, not dust. He's safe. McMahon is safe.
Field looks beautiful. Brand new field.
Well, if you're a fan of plastic.
If you're a fan of playing in New England.
Good point. Swing and a miss.
And some high
at the
heat
fastball.
there.
Yes, the high heat. So that's the third out of the inning. We're through 4 complete scoreless for the Bombardiers. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on base, no score after 4 innings. Kevin.
Yeah, what a pitcher's duel. We expected a good game. I didn't expect 0-0 through 4 innings.
Right.
So, well played, very well defensively played. Not a lot of strikeouts, a few here and there. Real good defense so far.
We'll be right back.
Planning a trip to visit family? Leaving your home increases your chances of getting and spreading COVID-19. Some state or local governments are issuing orders and guidance, such as stay at home or shelter in place. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends you stay home except to get groceries, medications, or other essentials. If you must travel, follow the state or local guidance where you are, along your route, and at your destination. For more information, visit cdc.gov.
Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Our first high school baseball game we have covered since
almost 2 years, right?
Yeah, these two teams met in a playoff game in June of 2019, the Division I South sectional final. Attleboro coached by Steve Dunley, second or third year?
Do you count last year?
Well, that's right. It would be his third year, but it's his second.
Year, but it's his second year.
So that explains why Taunton coach Blair Bork. Now I know what he meant. When I asked him how long, he said 5 or 6.
Yeah. Well, you know, no, because last year they went through all the captains' practices. They went almost up to and starting spring workouts.
Wow.
So they had a real good handle through captains' practices in the off season. You know, how they were going to approach the season between freshman and JV and varsity. You get an idea, then you have your tryouts to finalize everything, and then it all shut down. So work was put in for last year as a coach. You just didn't implement anything as the coach.
Kevin, am I right? I have Taunton down for 1 hit as we head to the top of the 5th inning.
1 hit for Taunton and 4 hits for Attleboro.
And this is Braden Sullivan who had the base hit.
It was an infielder too. Oh, yeah, we called it a hit too.
Yep. And there's a breaking ball, strike 1 to Braden Sullivan.
12 out of 16 first pitch strikes for Dylan James in his first start.
Wow. Feet very close together in the box. Open stance. Now he closes it up. Has a good eye as he looks at the fastball low and away. 1-1.
This will be the 7, 8, 9 in the batting order here in the top of the 5th. They play 7. Most people know that, but just in case.
Yep. Sullivan wearing number 8. Breaking ball.
Just missed.
Yep.
Little out maybe. I don't think it was up, so I'll go with a little bit out.
Had to be outside.
Umpire very good at giving us the count, especially whenever we need it.
Yep.
Straight up.
Wow. Sky high. That's going to be foul to the right side. Hits a curb in the parking lot. Now, I'm all about keeping balls in play. That one they're going to have to check.
No, that one have to check.
That might be a marred ball. 2-2.
Almost hit that bike.
Yeah.
Of all the vehicles, almost hit a bike.
Good eye. Breaking ball is low. It is full count. Boy, Sullivan, Braden Sullivan, Kevin, he's one of those guys. He's not a huge, powerful player, but he's got a big guy swing.
Yeah, he does. And he gets the most out of it. That's how they're teaching the big launch angle, exit velocity, big. Everyone wants the big, powerful swing. Did a good job laying off of that one. He tried to get Dylan tried to get him out on his pitch.
Ground ball foul down the left field side. But again, no, Dustin Pedroia, again, he's taller than Dustin Pedroia was, obviously, but Pedroia was famous as a little guy who had a big guy swing, and that's why I was doing a Sports Babble show in April 2007. I declared the Dustin Pedroia experiment over. He will not make it in the big leagues. A 4A player. Some people think I was wrong. Ball 4, breaking ball in the dirt. Now, the bad news is it's a walk ball 4. The good news is this is a sophomore with the confidence to throw a breaking ball on a full count.
The only other trouble he got into was a leadoff to Sullivan, followed by the 8-hitter. And then, you know, the 9-hitter Cali. Coach Dunley out for a mound visit. I believe there is a limit on mound visits. How many per game? I'm not 100% sure.
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's an MIAA, NFHS. Just some arbitrary thing they throw out there. I'm not really sure.
So,
right now he's at 61 pitches through 4 plus a batter. No outs this inning. And I cannot see who's warming up down there. It was 6? No, I don't think it's Sackett, so I can't.
Anyway,
I can't see, sorry.
Well, we will say this, that it's interesting. He's allowed 1 hit through 4 plus innings. 1 strikeout, 1 walk.
Yep, could be 2.
Ground ball right up the middle, handled by Foster. Steps on second, throws to first, off balance, and it gets by the first baseman Gorman as it was low. Runner does not advance, so no error. Again, the batter was Connor Quinlan. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. He's swinging at the first pitch. And do you think Foster should have played that alone, or should he have flipped that to the second baseman, Tabor?
He was definitely caught. He wasn't sure what to do. He was at that very awkward, do I flip it?
Yeah.
Or do I take it myself? And he kind of stuttered-stepped.
Yep.
And I think he found himself an extra step away because of the stutter. Strike one, sorry, to 9-hitter Sean Calley.
Breaking ball.
So because of that, he kind of rushed his throw. It bounced.
Yep.
But with the fencing right behind him, the runner, Quinlan, did not advance. So no error on the play, just a fielder's choice.
About 20 feet of foul territory on both sides. Breaking ball that he fouls back to the backstop. Nice hustle by Taunton's number 13, Jack Gobin, to get that foul ball, flip it to the ump. He's at the speed of a leadoff hitter, Kevin.
There you go.
1-1?
No, 0-2.
0-2, there we go.
0-2. Yeah, I know I keep harping on this, but he is 15 out of 18 first pitch strikes.
Wow.
Does have a couple of walks and a head batter on the game, but he's working from ahead most of the game.
Throwing down to first base is the catcher Camacho. Sliding back in time was Quinlan.
One of the things you do have to watch out for on these turf fields, you slide, you keep sliding.
Yeah.
You can come off the field. It's like a big slip and slide if it gets wet. Keep the tag on. You never know.
1-2. Right-handed Sean Calley is up. He struck out swinging, squares to bunt, and then pulls the ball back as that pitch is outside. 2-2.
A weird time to show bunt on 1-2.
Yeah.
That, without showing it earlier in the count, definitely caught. Looked like it caught Matt McMahon by surprise as he came charging in late, yelling bunt.
Sullivan walked. Quinlan reached on a fielder's choice, and now Calley's the third batter of the inning. Grounds that foul past the third base coach, their head coach, Blair Bork. That means the assistant coaches have to maintain discipline in the dugout, Kevin.
It looks like they're having major problems over there. It was a great team.
That's Chad Higginbottom and Aaron Rigo are the assistants. I'm using one of their scorebooks.
Well, I just found the...
Swing and a miss on the slow breaking ball. Second strikeout of the game for Attleboro's pitcher, Dylan James, the sophomore. 2 outs, 1 on, no score, top of the 5th.
Feel free to ask me the grade level now of any Attleboro player, as I now have that in front of me.
Yay!
Which apparently I did before, but had it all covered up.
Okay.
I just had the number.
So the information I printed out for you, you ignored.
Yes, exactly.
Leadoff hitter is up, Jack Gobin. I didn't see what the first pitch was. He's grounded out to third and grounded out to short.
Fastball low outside corner, strike one. Gets ahead 0-1 again.
Yes, and both ground outs were well hit. Slider.
Ooh, off the pitcher's foot.
The pitcher's leg. This is going to, fielded by second base. Throw to first. It's late.
Safe.
So that'll be an infield hit, just the second of the game, off the leg of the pitcher, Dylan James.
Yeah, they may want. Yeah, Coach Dunley's going to just check on him. This is an injury visit, not a mound visit. If it's an official mound visit, they'd have to take him out.
Yep.
It was almost a 1-4-3 out.
Yeah.
But it deflected off of his foot, and Owen Tabor, who was going up the middle, had a reverse direction, come back to his left, field it, and fire on the run. And Gorman almost scooped it out. Did not. Would have been bang bang. A hit all day long. The thing was hit very hard up the middle.
And
they are leaving
and again,
James in.
The second baseman, as you said, Tabor, was moving to his right. Then the ball hit Dylan's legs. He cut back to his left. And Brockton coach Bork, he was looking for interference on Tabor. Taunton, wow. He felt that Tabor obstructed their runner, Connor Quinlan. Didn't win the argument. Very polite argument, but didn't win.
Always good to check on those things, but...
Fastball high to Ryan McDougall, who has walked, grounded out hard to the first baseman. He's headed to Dayton, committed to Dayton. Is he a sophomore or junior?
He's a sophomore.
Wow. Slashes it up the middle, base hit. We might have our first run of the game. Quinlan hits third, coming home, throw is cut off. 1-0 Taunton Tigers. Moving to third base is Gobin, good speed. At first base for the RBI, Ryan McDougall.
Well struck, nothing fancy, just right up the middle. Nothing that Foster Tabor could do up the middle, and nothing that Attleboro center fielder could do. Nate George, he was off on contact with 2 outs, easily scored. First and third, 2 outs now for the pitcher Dan McDougall. An opportunity to put up a crooked number here and give himself some room, some insurance to work with.
So 1 hit allowed coming into this, and he's now allowed 2 in a row. 1 run in. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. And that was
a ball high
to Dan McDougal, Ryan's older brother, and the pitcher.
And typically in a normal high school season, this would be game 12 or 13, not game 2 in the first start of a season. So even though they're young,
breaking ball to the shortstop Foster, flips it to the second baseman Tabor. That will end the inning. But Taunton scores the first run of the ball game. 1 run on 2 hits, 2 runners left on. After 4.5 complete, 1-0 Tigers.
And he did pitch himself out of trouble. They got himself in a little bit of trouble. Just 1 run through 5 innings. He's pitching a real good game.
We'll be right back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
Funding for this station is provided by Fisherman's 3 Restaurant. Have a craving for fried or broiled seafood but don't have time to drive to the Cape? The Fisherman's 3 Restaurant, located at 411 Old Colony Road in Norton, has shrimp, scrod, and lobster made to order. Their seafood arrives daily from the ocean to your table with other menu options available. They're normally open every day, but now have special COVID hours of Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. for takeout or sit down. They're also currently hiring. For more information or to order, you can call 508-222-8090.
Want to thank all of our sponsors. Fisherman's 3 Restaurant on 123 in Norton. Bristol Glass on North Main Street. W.H. Riley and Son. I passed one of their vans today. They've only been around since 1873 in the same family. I'm not sure you can trust them. Claudino's Auto. Fixed a brake line of mine once. The Betting Center on Pleasant Street. And L&J's Car Wash a little farther down Pleasant Street, just over the Norton line. Thank you to them. Bottom of the 5th inning. Bombardiers now trailing 1-0. Parker Sackett looks at ball 1. And the Attleboro bench has suddenly got a bit more enthusiastic.
Yeah, they fall into a lull like most teams, middle of a game. 2-0.
Slider just misses to Sackett. Sackett lined out to the first baseman his first time up. Breaking ball into the backstop. 2 balls, 1 strike.
In case you were wondering, McDougal is at 65 pitches right now, counting this at bat.
Yep.
And Dylan James through 5 is at 74. They have a limit of 105. That's out of play.
Stays alive. Pitch might have been low and outside, but Parker Sackett, he's aggressive. He wants to stay alive. Fouls it back. 2-2.
2-2. So neither pitcher really in any danger, though. I would say James has 1 more inning, and then they'll go to the bullpen after that.
Foul tip into the mitt. Catch by Colby Dakuda. And so that is the 5th strikeout for McDougal. Taunton leading 1-0 here, bottom of the 5th.
Always good to get that big first out, especially after scoring last inning. He wants to come back and reestablish himself. So Taunton with a nice job there by McDougal to get the number 8 hitter on a strikeout.
Nate George looks at a breaking ball low. Nate had an infield hit in the 3rd inning. This is the 2nd at bat. Strike. Nice pitch outside corner, 1-1.
Looked like he wanted to pull the trigger on that.
Yeah.
And held up at the last second. Not his pitch, that's fine.
Yep. That one got away from him. That was the old 59-foot slider.
Just a bit.
Just 2-1.
To the number 9 hitter, George, who's 1 for 1, has an infield single to 3rd earlier today and got thrown out at 2nd on a fielder's choice hit by Cam Foster.
Blessedly, Dan McDougal works very fast, but he actually took the time to take a deep breath after that last pitch. Next one is a heater high, 3-1.
Important for George here on 3-1. Doesn't have to go out and make sure it's his pitch. And know that McDougal has to come into the strike zone with a good one.
Just misses low and outside. Ball 4 to Nate George, the number 9 batter. So Attleboro trailing 1-0, has 1 on, 1 out.
Just the 2nd walk for McDougal. So 1 on, 1 out. A little bit of speed. Coach Pagano giving signals. Though they want to stay out of the double play. One of the things they do have to worry about, Ben's lined out to center field and flew out the left. So you do have to watch for the fly ball double play if they put the hit and run on. As he's hitting the ball kind of far in the air, but he's getting it up.
Left-handed batter is Ben Hawkwater.
Healthy lead for Nate George and a real good secondary lead. Had the catcher thinking down there.
What was that first pitch?
That was a high ball.
Thank you. Middle of the box is Hawkwater, not as far back as some of his teammates. Inside corner, beautiful fastball from the right-handed pitcher to the left-handed batter.
That's a pitcher's pitch.
Yes.
If Ben swings at that, there's nothing he's doing with that. Maybe popping it up to first base at best.
And if he swings at that with a wooden bat, his hands will sting for a week. Slider low and in. 2 balls, 1 strike to the Attleboro leadoff hitter.
Looked like McDougal wanted to go back to that same pitch and missed low that time. You can hear the Attleboro bench. They're starting to get loud again. Runner going.
Ball, strike, runner going. Oh, head first slide, he's in. Stolen base for Nate George.
When Pete Rose style on the second base. And a good throw by Dakota. But George just had a real good jump and straight steal, it looked like that. I missed that pitch.
2-2.
2-2, thank you.
Yep.
If there's a pitch I always miss.
Yeah,
I'm doing the book here. It's on a steal.
Yeah.
I always look down at the steal and always forget to record the pitch. So 2-2, nice jump by George. Just the first runner for Attleboro to reach second base today. They've had runners on in every inning, but most of them have been forced at second or thrown out stealing.
2-2 to the leadoff hitter. Pops this up. Will it get out of play to the left? It does.
Like it will.
Foul ball. Nice hustle by the third baseman for Taunton.
Protect the swing there,
Sullivan. Yep. Still 2-2 to Hawkwater, whose brother Aiden, just a sophomore, ended the year as a starting quarterback for the Bombardier football team.
He'll be swinging this year between JV and varsity. He's the backup catcher behind Bailey.
Wow.
So he'll get some time at JV as well. Oh, they're gonna pick off.
Oh boy.
He stepped off.
Yep.
And he's giving him. Oh, he balked. He balked.
Oh, McDougal balked.
Did not hear the base umpire. I actually don't think anybody heard the base umpire for a while. And it almost looked like Nate George was giving himself up on the pickoff.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to go over well with the coach. But clearly a balk. And it looked like, you know what, he may have jumped with both feet or something.
No, he moved his left foot first and then took his right foot off.
Okay.
Stepped off.
So that was the motion. And so runner on third with 1 out, 2-2 to Ben Hawkwater. Infield moves in. They want to prevent the tying run.
Yes. Inside. Ball 3 to Hawkwater.
That's a good pitch by McDougal. Tough one to take, 3-2. Infield in all around. First base was a little bit deep, more even with the bag.
And he took a little bit off that breaking ball. Swing and a miss. His 6th strikeout for Dan McDougal. A big one. 2 outs. Runner on third.
A 7-pitch at bat for Ben Hawkwater. 2 outs. Runner on third for Cam Foster. In the 2-hole, 0 for 2 on the day with a fielder's choice to first base his last time up. Infield moves back. First baseman, who was even with the bag, moves back a bit.
One of the listeners to my radio show, 9 till noon, Tom from Taunton, writes, "Go Tigers, good game."
Very good game.
Cam Foster is up. He struck out, reached in the fielder's choice. There's that slider on the outside. Actually, that was a fastball in the outside corner, strike 1.
Cam was looking for his pitch there, did not get it. 0-1 to Cam, the number 2 hitter.
Infield now is back in the middle infield. Third baseman is still close. That was the slower breaking ball outside. 1-1 to Cam Foster.
Nate George taking a healthy lead and real good secondary on third base. We'll look for him to advance on any pass ball.
Outside, heater, 2 balls, 1 strike to Cam Foster. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Taunton with a 1-0 lead, run driven in by Ryan McDougal.
Dakota wanted that pitch.
Yes.
2-1.
Outside again, as in these later innings, that slider started to slide outside a little bit on McDougal.
And this is now, and you hate to think this way, but McDougal's up over 80 pitches now.
Wow. 3 balls, 1 strike to Foster. And there's a breaking ball outside, and that's the first time McDougal's shown frustration. First and third for the Bombardiers, runners at the corners, 2 outs. They trail 1-0 with their number 3 batter coming to the plate. And here comes Taunton coach or manager Blaine Bork.
Yeah, you wonder if that's it for him. It's only his first visit, but he is now at 5, 10, 15, 22. He's at 84.
Pitches.
Yeah, sorry, 84 pitches, first and third, 2 outs. No, it looks like he's just talking, so it looks like he's going to leave him in, but I'm sure Taunton will have somebody up for the 6th and 7th inning, probably a new pitcher in the 6th inning. This might be one of those, hey, this is your last batter.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what you do here, whether you get the 3rd out or a hit or a walk, whatever it is. This will be your last batter. Go get him. He's probably telling the defense, probably also discussing what to do on first and third.
Yep.
And I wonder what they are going to do. It's I like to throw down, but you really risk the tying run.
Yeah.
But little game of chess right now.
Well, again, with 2 outs, and you have the speedy Cam Foster at first, I'm firing this down and having the pitcher cut it off if I'm Taunton's defense.
I like the old throw down the third.
Oh.
Freezes the runner. Sometimes you can get that. But the catcher has to sell that one a little bit more.
First baseman Gorman is up. He's walked and hit a hard ground out up the middle. Fastball outside to Gorman, ball 1.
Foster didn't even fake. He just took a normal secondary lead on that. Looking in for signals after every pitch, though.
First and third, 2 outs, 1-0 Tigers. Bottom of the 5th. McDougal looks. Ooh, nice breaking ball, high and inside, swing and a miss, 1-1.
If you let that one go, that would have been borderline strike or not. But again, the high ones, most batters are going to go chasing anyway.
Attleboro looking for their first run of the year in their second game. Their number 3 batter up. Outside, ooh, outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wow, clutch pitch. Took a little off that too, Kevin.
Yeah, a little bit off that. I'd send Foster on this one. 1-2 count.
Yep.
Just to see if you can get some players in.
Here he goes. Foster's going. Pitches low and outside. They do throw it all the way through.
No, it was cut by the short, right in front of the bag.
Yep.
And that play is to keep an eye on it and cut if they think he's running.
Mm-hmm. Runner stays at third base. That's Nate George. So Cam Foster with a stolen base is at second.
2-2 to Gorman, the number 3 hitter in the lineup.
One of our listeners, Brian, looking for a suicide squeeze.
Not with 2 outs, Brian.
And the pitch is outside.
3-2, 2 outs.
That's probably my fault. I didn't say it enough. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Attleboro's 3-2 to Attleboro's number 3 hitter, Jake Gorman.
Ball 4.
Outside, ball 4. Bases are loaded for the Bombardiers. Down 1-0 here in the bottom of the 5th.
28.
So
he's at 90 pitches right now. McDougal.
So Gorman, his second walk of the day.
Coach Taunton barking out instructions from the painted dirt sideline.
Yep.
Bases loaded. Evan Houle.
DH, he has struck out and he has grounded out to the pitcher. Outstanding basketball player for Evan. Fouls this right towards us. That almost hit our field, Mike. Strike 1.
Not holding anybody on at any base, so Gorman can take advantage and maybe get just a slightly bigger lead.
Yep.
They can let him know if the first baseman sneaks in for any pickoff with the catcher, but
don't get this wrong, Kevin. I don't think Gorman would be a stolen.
No, not stealing, just to get an extra step on any hit.
No. But if the base paths were 60 feet, I don't think he'd be a stolen base.
Exactly.
Right. 0-1 to Evan Houle. McDougal to the stretch. There's that slider, catches the outside corner. 0-2.
Nice pitch. Nice pitch. Looked like he caught the corner. 0-2 to Evan.
Bases loaded for Attleboro. Bottom of the 5th, they trail 1-0.
George on third, Foster on second, Gorman on first. Best start of the day.
Just misses with that slider outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Didn't miss by much.
I know it.
Did not miss by much. Good pitch. 1-2 to the cleanup hitter, Evan Houle. 0-2 on the day. Great game. Bottom of the 5th.
Yes.
1-0 Taunton. Bottom of the 5th.
Timeout, Evan Houle. I'm very disappointed in the home plate umpire, Kevin.
Yeah,
he hasn't given us anything to complain about.
I know. Huh? We'll have to talk to him about that in between innings.
Really, exactly.
1-2 to Evan.
McDougal to the stretch. Outside, outside a bit.
You may have heard the Taunton bench disagree a little bit with the home plate umpire now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The Taunton side wanted. The Attleboro side breathed a slight sigh of relief. 2-2, 2 outs. Bases loaded. 1-0 Taunton. Bottom of the 5th.
Wow. Leading from third base is Nate George. Outside again, 3-2. So Houle was down 0-2.
He was.
Now as an umpire, when the batters looked at 3 straight pitches, you're not getting the benefit of the doubt in the next call.
Runners will be off. They got healthy leads. Runners will be off on the pitch. There they go.
Here they go. cracks the
Through the
third
hole.
base, diving third baseman off of his glove. That's Brendan Sullivan. That's an infield hit. That is not an error, and this game's tied at 1.
I tell you what, he may not realize it right now, but he actually prevented another run from scoring by knocking that down. With the runners running on 3 and 2, 2 outs, everybody's off. That's probably a 2-run single.
Yep.
Sullivan knocked it down, so it's just 1 run, and that's going to be it for McDougal.
And Sullivan dove to his left, fully extended, and just got the web of his glove on that. So that's an infield hit, not an error. And boy, Kevin, you're absolutely right. That was a run-saving play by the third baseman Sullivan, but we're tied at 1.
Yeah, 3 and 2, 2 outs. Great at bat by Hull, down 0 and 2, worked it back to 3 and 2. Number 31 is into pitch for Taunton.
And that's Matthew Ferrara.
Thank you, that was easier. Instead of going to page 7. Is he, what we need to figure out right now, if that's a straight switch, 31 Ferrara for McDougal, or if McDougal is going to stay in. I would imagine McDougal staying in the game.
So McDougal will end with 1, 2, 3, 6 strikeouts.
Kevin, 31 for 9. 31 for 9.
Just straight?
Yep, straight switch.
And then we have 8 pinch running, so 25 with a reinsert.
Runner, then 25
Danny Johnson for Gorman with a reinsert.
Excellent. Okay, so pitching for Taunton will be number 31, and I'm looking at Attleboro's roster, so that's not going to help. Matthew Ferrara. So 4 2/3 innings pitched for Dan McDougal. Gutsy job, quality job. He leads with the score 1-1. Bases still loaded here in the bottom of the 5th. And Attleboro's number 5 hitter, Bailey Camacho, coming up.
96 pitch. And that's a straight move, so I guess McDougal is out of the game, is the way I understood that. And who's in the run? He just told us.
I thought I heard an 8 in there. 18 maybe, Saltmarsh?
For Evan? No, Evan's at first. 11 is, sorry folks.
8 is at second base.
8 to second for Gorman. That would be.
There is no 8 on the program.
Yeah, Danny Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, and that's he might be in the run. Gorman, that means Gorman's out of the game. So that's number 8, Danny Johnson, the sophomore, is pinch running for Gorman. Kean Kelleher could play first base. That would be my guess on who's going to go into first base for Gorman.
So here we go. Bailey Camacho is up. He had a base hit to right field in the second inning and a hard ground out to the shortstop in the 4th. 1-1, bases stacked.
Ferrara going for the windup with 2 outs.
Breaking ball is outside, ball 1. Doesn't throw as hard as, well, it was a breaking ball, we can't tell. But
96 pitches for Daniel McDougal. That could be trouble.
Shot to short right field. First baseman is back, so Ryan McDougal bails out his brother Dan, and after 5 complete innings, we are tied at 1. Nice play by Ryan McDougal at first base.
Going back, caught it in his pocket.
Yes.
Right in his hand.
1 run, 1 hit. 3 men left on base. We're tied at 1 after 5 innings. We'll be right back.
Funding for this station is provided by Fisherman's 3 Restaurant. Have a craving for fried or broiled seafood but don't have time to drive to the Cape? The Fisherman's 3 Restaurant, located at 411 Old Colony Road in Norton, has shrimp, scrod, and lobster made to order. Their seafood arrives daily from the ocean to your table with other menu options available. They're normally open every day, but now have special COVID hours of Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. for takeout or sit down. They're also currently hiring. For more information or to order, you can call 508-222-8090.
You're listening to WARA 1320 AM Attleboro.
Welcome back to the campus of Attleboro High School. First game on their brand new all-turf field, tied at 1 with the Taunton Tigers after 5 innings.
Yeah, and we do have Jake Gorman. That was a a re-entry type of situation. So Jake Gorman is still in the game
at first base.
At first base, and in the pitch now is for Dylan James is junior Kean Kelleher, younger brother of Owen Kelleher. Yep.
Did we notify his grandparents in Ireland?
Well, I know Aoife is listening, so I'm sure they're on the horn or whatever you got to get on to get people in Ireland to listen right now.
So Dylan James went 5 complete. He had 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. He allowed 1 run. Whoops, I didn't total that last inning.
And 1 earned run. Yep. Only 1 error in the game behind him, and that person did not score anyway. So Kelleher will come in to face the 4, 5, 6 hit batters here with a 1-1 score in the top of the 6th. He'll face Heggs, Callie, and Bryce. Kelleher's got probably an above-average high school fastball, probably around 85, 86 or so, and a good curveball.
One of our listeners, Brian, texts in, who knows his stuff when it comes to sports and music. You need to work on your inner Ken Coleman. Howdy, neighbor. Grab a Gansett. Oh, wait, that's Kurt Gowdy. Sounds good. Sounds good. Tell Monty he's doing great. That's funny. You kind of play like Monty.
What was he? Oh, Nelly. Oh, that was Keith Jackson. Ned Martin had a... Mercy, yeah.
Ned Martin with Mercy. Ken Coleman started broadcasting in Cleveland. He was the voice of the Cleveland Browns way back then, the Indians, then came to the Boston market. I read his book a million years ago, So You Want to Be a Broadcaster. And Kevin, you'll appreciate this. In that book, Ken Coleman talked about there's sports broadcasting, and then there's broadcasting hockey, which is a complete and totally different animal.
I did the play-by-play once on hockey on that charity game, and I just assumed there was going to be, 20-on-20 guys that look like me.
Yeah.
And my age playing the sport. And I was all alone.
Yeah, I know.
That was the toughest game I've ever done.
Brenton Higgs, the left-handed number 4 batter for Taunton, wide open stance. He's ground out to second and lined out to first. Hit the ball hard both times. Ball is low. Kevin, I didn't write down who the new pitcher is.
Kean Kelleher.
Thank you.
Junior, younger brother of Owen.
Where's Owen now? He's out in Minnesota, right?
He was, and he was back, and now he'll be heading to Plymouth State.
Oh, wow.
And pitching there.
Swing and a miss at a high breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Heggs.
With all this COVID stuff, Owen still has 4 more years of NCAA eligibility.
Wow.
Like my son Matt, who graduated, him and his class, 2 more years of eligibility.
20 to. Oh, no.
They hit him in the foot.
He squared to bunt, but the ball hit him.
You could argue that it could be a strike because he offered at it.
Exactly. That's the question. I thought he offered at it, or did he pull the bat back? Did he pull the bat back there? I guess he must have, because he offered at it, it'd be a strike. So the umpire must have interpreted he pulled the ball back. So that's hit by pitch, and going to first base is Heggs. We'll see if it's a stolen base threat. Callie is up, the DH. He's grounded to short and reached on an error, and I guess he is a stolen base threat as Kelleher throws over to first. Gorman reaches high to get it.
So we got the 5-hitter here who's 0 for 2 with 2, reached on an error and grounded out to shortstop. Show him bunt.
Called strike. Callie, the DH, not thrilled with the call. And Burke telling him to focus on hitting, not on the umpire. That's good managing.
0-1, right?
Yep.
The first pitch.
Right-handed batter.
Runner not going.
Outside by Kelleher and low. 1-1. Heggs getting a good secondary lead down there at first base.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the bunt put back on again, especially with 2 ground outs to short. They probably want to put something in motion.
Oh, no, Kelleher throws to first. The ball gets away from Gorman. I think it bounced off the runner, Heggs. Heggs is going to go to third base as the ball is deep into right field, and he gets all the way to third base. That's a 2-base error.
I couldn't tell if Gorman should have had that or if that was Kean's error.
It bounced off the turf, and then it looked like it bounced off of Heggs' backside into right field.
I'll have to go with Kelleher's error on that one. Only because it bounced, and you had a slightly better angle on it than I did. So now it's 1-1. Attleboro needs to pull their infield in. They pull him in all the way around.
And he hadn't even, and there's a fly ball to right field. Will it stay fair?
It's deep enough to score the run.
It is fair. Catch is made by Hawkwater. Heggs tags, scores 2-1 Taunton. So the two-base error, and on that pickoff attempt by Kelleher, he hadn't even come to the set yet.
Right.
He was still peering in to get the sign, stepped off with his right foot and kind of threw the ball sideways.
Yeah.
And boy, so it's 2-1 Taunton, sacrifice fly for Callie.
1 out. Now up Dawson Bryce, 0 for 2 on the day, as well as he's going to the shortstop twice in his at-bats. First pitch strike for Kean Kelleher. 2-1 here, top of the 6th, 1 out for Taunton.
Yep, Bryce hit the ball hard to shortstop both times. Stands straight up in the batter's box, tall right-hander, called strike 2 in the lower part of the zone.
0-2 as Kelleher works from ahead here in the top of the 6th inning.
Someone from our truck is saying he never pulled the bat back on that bump attempt, looking at our monitor, which means that should have been a strike even though the ball hit him.
That's interesting, and we'll see how this game plays out as we're in the very late stages.
Yeah. Dawson fouls that back. I got 1 and 2. What do you got?
Remains 1 and 2.
Okay. Top of the 6th inning after Dawson Bryce, the fabulous Taunton shortstop. It'll be Sullivan, Quinlan, and Callie. The right-hander winds. Breaking ball that's going to get by the catcher, Bailey Camacho, but no one's on base.
Kean looks like he pushed that pitch more than threw it.
Yeah.
It came up short on that. He's going to guard against that.
2-1.
Interesting story from last summer. We had the Attleboro Sandlot, and we were able to get Owen to catch 1 inning, and he caught Kean.
Oh, wow.
In one of the games Owen hadn't caught in about 4 years.
Low fastball smash to the second baseman, fielded on the second hop. Tabor throws to Gorman. 2 down now for Taunton, but they've got a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 6th.
Such an interesting way of how you field it on the turf versus the dirt infield of Hayward. But what's fun is the guys, when they're practicing before the season starts, they've been practicing on the football field for last years anyway, so they're used to it that way.
I think that turf over in the football field's harder. Braden Sullivan is up. He has an infield hit and popped out to shortstop. This time he pops out to second baseman. Catch is made by Tabor. That will end the top of the 6th inning, but Taunton takes the lead run without benefit of a hit. A hit by pitch, and what we believe should have been ruled a strike as he turned to bunt, went for the ball, missed the bunt, and then it curved and hit his back foot. I thought it should have been a strike, but the umpire called it a hit by pitch. He goes to first base, advances to third on the two-base throwing error by the Attleboro pitcher on the pickoff attempt, and then scores on the sacrifice fly by Callie.
Yep, so Attleboro in the hole 2-1, still has 2 more chances. And when we come back, Matt McMahon, Owen Tabor, and Parker Sackett are scheduled to be up.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
You're listening to WARA 1320 AM Attleboro.
I have yet to adjust to the fact that Dan McDougall has left the game as pitcher for Taunton. I had time for another commercial break there, Kevin.
Well, it's your first game of the season, Paul, so we understand.
I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin. That's going to leave a mark. Callahan. Jim Jones is our engineer in charge. I guess we'll give some credit to Dave Angel as he helped set up our camera, our GoPro camera on the backstop.
And he's still here, right? And he can,
I think so.
yell at you.
And again, once they get an outfield fence built here, we'll also have a camera for that angle as well. As we head into the bottom of the 6th, the Bombardiers now trail 2-1 to the Tigers. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters: Matt McMahon, Owen Tabor, and Parker Sackett.
A well-played game, 2-1. pitcher's duel. Both starters. Dylan James went 5 innings, 74 pitches, just one run on 3 hits. A couple strikeouts, a couple walks and hit by pitch for him. Replaced by Kean Kelleher. Controversial hit by pitch.
Yeah.
And the sacrifice fly scores a runner.
Matt McMahon is up. He is struck out looking, and a base hit to left field for the Bombardiers. And I was looking down. What was that?
Ball.
Thank you very much.
Blown away. Attleboro 1 run on 5 hits. Taunton 2 runs on 3 hits.
Low and away from the Taunton pitcher, number 31, Ferrara. Got to get Matt Ferrara in here. 1-1 to Matt McMahon, third baseman for the Bombardiers. Takes something off that pitch. McMahon jumps all over it,
and
smashes it to deep
run.
left. That is a home run! Wow, Matt McMahon, as Ferrara tried a changeup, McMahon waited on it and crushed it to left field.
So you said we estimate it's about 330 feet down the left field line. That was hit on a line. It's a 4-foot fence, and that ball probably was about 5 or 6 feet high the whole way, 330 feet. And as soon as he hit it, you knew it was over the left fielder's head. It was at least a double, and it just kept carrying for a home run. 2-2 game here in Attleboro.
Whoops, wrote that in the wrong place. Rats. Darn the luck.
You're writing it in the Brockton.
All right. It's the consistency that amazes me. We're tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 6th.
And the Taunton coach is questioning something with the base umpire. I wonder if there's any sort of appeal or happening. I don't know, because all of a sudden the coach just came out to talk with the base umpire. And now here comes
Did he miss first base, maybe?
Donnelly to talk to the home plate umpire. Owen Tabor is scheduled up, and he is in the batter's box.
We have
no
a Yankee.
switches there.
We have a Yankee fan listening, Kevin.
Oh,
he's very disappointed. Hasn't heard a single "Holy cow" all game.
That's the Scooters.
Scooter,
all day long.
yes, the Scooter.
Can't be imitating Hall of Famers, Phil Rizzuto. You should pick up his WW. Wasn't watching.
Funny. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball by Owen Tabor. Just a bit ahead of that. He's got a base hit to left field, and he struck out swinging.
Owen Tabor was looking to do what Matt McMahon did.
Yes, exactly. Squares to bunt.
Oh, too hard.
Bunts it right back to the pitcher, who fired Ferrara. The pitcher fires a bullet to Ryan McDougal. 1 out, 2-2, bottom of the 6th.
Tom Hull saying hi. Apparently he's out in left field right now.
Oh, really?
Because we got a good crowd out there. As he's home now, so we'll wave to Papa Hull.
They're listening on a 42-second delay.
Yes. Owen Tabor, they'll go and surprise him with a bunt for a hit, and went right back to the pitcher.
It's high, it's far, it is gone. Well, that home run by McMahon never got that high.
No. Oh, we do have a pinch hitter here. Is that
number 2? Number 2 or 7?
I think it's a 2. That's Hayden Haggerty.
Yep. Safety and end on the football team for the Bombardiers.
So Hayden Haggerty, he is a junior.
For Sackett.
And Sackett was 0 for 2. Pop up the first base and a strikeout. Here comes the Haggerty in the first pitch. He sees swinging and miss.
Little bit ahead of that breaking ball, huh, Kevin?
Yeah, just a bit. I wasn't sure you were watching that, so I took over your role there for a second. As we're making our adjustments in our books and everything.
Yes. Whoops. 0-1 to Haggerty. Slashes it towards the second baseman, Gobbin. He fields it, fires to first. 2 outs.
Good wheels on the base path.
Yes, really.
Haggerty, but not fast enough. 2 away for number 11, Nate George, the 9-hitter, who's been on base twice with an infield single and a walk, and scored the first run of the game after stealing second base. He came around to score on the infield single by Evan Hull. Looking back on that now, what a play by Sullivan at third to prevent that second run from scoring.
Exactly. Turn your mic up a bit. Called strike outside corner to Nate George. Again, Matt Ferrara pitching now for Taunton. Ferrara. Right-hander winds. Ooh, breaking ball through that almost sidearm outside. What do we got for a count?
1-1. Ferrara's got that high leg kick, like brings the knee up. Like a Nolan Ryan type of knee, without the.
Curveball strike. Nice pitch. That had a late break. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Not the velocity of Ryan.
Yeah, no.
Not by about 30 miles an
Exactly.
hour.
Breaking ball, lofted towards center field. Coming into field, that is Sean Calley. Makes the catch. We're through 6. But thanks to the solo home run by Matt McMahon, we are tied at 2. The Bombardiers, 1 run, 1 hit. Nobody left on base. We'll be back with 7th inning action after this on AACS 15 Sports.
L&J Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., L&J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
All right, welcome back, folks. I want to thank our sponsors, Fisherman's 3 Restaurant, right over the line on 123 in Norton, Bristol Glass on North Main Street, W.H. Riley & Sons in North Attleboro. It's air conditioning season now after the heating season we just went through. Claudino's Auto, the Betting Center on Pleasant Street, and L&J's Car Wash, or LJ's Car Wash, just over the line in Norton on Route 23. Whoops, sorry, Kevin.
We got some changes here. It looked like Cam Foster moves from shortstop to pitcher.
Oh, wow.
Evan Houle comes out of the DH hole.
And plays short.
And goes to short. So whoever pitches now for Attleboro for the rest of the game will need to
hit.
Will need to hit. And I believe those are the only moves that I can see, unless they. Oh, you mentioned Hayden Haggerty will stay in the game and play left field after pinch hitting for Parker Sackett.
Yep.
And I'll
so that's the top.
Just round out. Nate George is in center. And Ben Hockwater in right, and it looks like that they're still here with Bailey Camacho behind the plate. So we got Cam Foster. We mentioned one of looks like a smaller guy, but one of the harder throwers on the team. I haven't seen him pitch. That's just what I've been told. So I'm curious to see this myself. Kean Kelleher came in, pitched an inning.
Some people are saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Ixnay.
Kean did give up an unearned run. Bad pickoff attempt where 2 bases, debatable whether or not he should have been awarded first on the hit by pitch.
Yeah.
On the bunt attempt, it was a sacrifice fly to right, and then a ground out and a pop up to second base to end the inning. But it's 2-2. Matt McMahon ties it up in the bottom of the 6th with a line shot solo home run.
Yes.
If the left fielder was playing deep, he would have caught it naturally.
Yes.
but nobody's going to play that deep. So Cam Foster is in the pitch right now in his first appearance of the year.
And so
I think he may have an opportunity to sneak up on some of these. If
Yeah.
what I'm hearing is true, I think he's going to sneak up on some of these Taunton players as Taunton sends up Connor Quinlan, Sean Calley, and Jack Gobin, the 8-9-1 hitters, here in the top of the 7th of this 2-2 game. Pretty interesting game so far.
hit by pitch and reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run has Quinlan, the right-handed batter. Closed stance.
The senior delivers.
Whoa!
And
wow! Number 3.
Comes as advertised. That has a good
Foster.
pop on the fastball. He does miss high.
Yeah.
But that had a little more pop on it than I was expecting.
Man.
Straight
popped up. Wow, that is 8 miles high, to quote the Birds. And the catch is made by the second baseman, Tabor.
When you hear the expression "a mile high pop-up,"
yes,
that was about a mile high. That's a major league pop-up. However, that was it. Now batting Sean Calley, and he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
I like the 8 mile high.
The 8 mile.
When the mile high club, people get the complete wrong idea. Calley has struck out swinging twice for Taunton. Fastball is outside, 1-0.
And you always wonder about the mindset. You're 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
Yeah.
And then you show up for your third at bat, and here comes the guy throwing 5 miles, 6 miles an hour faster than the previous guy.
Right. Not a large human being, but flawless mechanics.
Yeah.
Fouls that back into the screen. 0-2.
Could you say like, well, the first pitch was the ball. It's 1-1.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
Kind of like a Nate Tellier, who's topping out 98 right now in the Red Sox organization, 5'9".
Yeah.
And it's they get on these programs and they can just throw really hard. They build up, and you work on the mechanics.
Attleboro to UMass Dartmouth. Where was that? I guess high.
Yeah, just a bit high.
2 balls, 1 strike. Attleboro from Attleboro High School to UMass Dartmouth.
To the signed by the Red Sox in the offseason to a 3-year contract.
Yep.
Most likely will end up in low A or high A.
Foster takes something off of that one. That's fouled off to the right. First baseman Gorman goes near the fence, runs out of room.
Taunton fan just missed it. Hit his hand and he dropped. He's going to want that one back.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got to make that catch.
Tom from Taunton would have made that catch.
Oh, I'm sure. I've never met him. I'm
going to put in a shameless plug for my show after this next half inning.
You got it.
McMahon is at third base. Hool is the shortstop. Tabor is at second. Gorman is at first base. The outfield left to right, Hegarty, George, Hawkwater. To the set. Fastball fouled back, and again, Cam Foster throws every pitch from the stretch, not the full windup.
A lot of relievers do that. They just get used to it, and they're very comfortable. To me, at the young level, 6, 7, 8, I think too many pitchers throw from the windup. Just throw from the stretch. They don't need. They need to learn how to throw the ball.
Yes. Slider, low and away, full count.
At the first off speed we've seen from Foster, looks like he's been riding fastball all the time. So just missed on that one. 3-2, 1 out.
And once again, they gave the defensive lineup and left out the most important guy. The catcher's Bailey Camacho, only a captain, no biggie.
No biggie. Colby Sawyer bound.
Yeah. Fastball, last to the shortstop. 1 hard hop to Hool. Fires it low across the diamond. Great scoop by the first baseman, Gorman. Easier on these turf fields than in dirt, but still a hell of a scoop. 1 out, 2 outs.
And give Hool credit on that one. It obviously plays different than your dirt infield. He knew at the last second. Sit back, play the hop, played it comfortably on the backhand, just below his waist. Fired 1 hop. 2 Gorman at first. Nice scoop by Gorman. 2 outs. Top of the order for Jack Gobin. 1 for 3 with an infield single. Actually, I listed it as an infield single. It was actually a very hard hit. It was off James's foot.
Strike 1?
Strike 1. It looked like a curve or slider.
Yeah.
0-1.
Gobin, a good-looking leadoff hitter. Second baseman. Can fly. Ooh, takes something off that. A change-up, and Gobin's way ahead of it. Fouls it to the left. Nice play by Attleboro coach Steve Dunley. Fields it on the second hop. Fires it back to the pitcher. You know what's more important than that? It's 0-2.
0-2. Foster, the senior, delivers. I do have some bittersweet. I was excited for last year's senior Attleboro High team, and Foster would have been a real nice addition to the pitching staff last year.
Foster to the stretch, fires. Strike 3.
Some high heat for the third strikeout.
So Foster moves from shortstop to pitchers, 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. We are tied at 2.
A 12-pitch inning, and Attleboro will come up at the top of their order. Hawkwater, Foster, Gorman to lead off the bottom of the 7th.
We'll be right back.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
This is a message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Older adults and people of any age who have serious underlying medical conditions are at higher risk for severe illness from COVID-19. If you are at higher risk, you should stay home as much as possible and avoid close contact with people who are sick to protect yourself. Call your doctor if you have concerns about COVID-19 and your medical condition, or if you get sick. For more information, visit cdc.gov.
Welcome back to the campus of Attleboro High School. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning, tied at 2. Matt Ferrara pitching for Taunton, his second inning of work. And as Kevin told you, Attleboro heading to the top of their order. Hawkwater, Cam Foster, and Jake Gorman. Coming into the season, HockamockSports.com had Taunton rated the second best team in the league behind Franklin. The defending Division I state Division I state champs, have a strong core of players led by senior pitcher Danny McDougall. He also plays shortstop, second baseman Callie, and 2 players back from their 2019 championship season. Here we go. Hawkwater, the left-handed batter, the junior at the plate, looks at a breaking ball, low ball 1.
Third baseman Sullivan playing in on the grass to the left-handed Hawkwater, expected a potential bunt.
Yeah.
Everybody else back, first baseman back deep, everyone else deep in the infield.
Fastball strike inside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hawkwater, the bend variety, has flown out to center, flown out to left, and struck out.
Third baseman Sullivan takes a couple steps back after not showing bunt, now creeps in a little bit.
Yeah. Called strike 2, low inside corner, nice pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Sullivan more even with the bag right now on the 1-2.
Low and inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Center fielder playing Hawkwater to pull just a little bit.
Yeah. Fastball.
Could be
Got
trouble.
on top of it, fielded by the first baseman McDonough. Oh, just barely beats Hawkwater to the bag as Hawkwater went diving. He'll get a mouthful of rubber diving into these turf fields. 1 up, 1 down, and the bottom of the 7th tied at 2.
Good hustle by Hawkwater. McDougall took that over just a little bit slow, and maybe not a bad idea. I'm not a huge fan of sliding into first, but maybe that time it was okay. I don't know. 1 out for Cam Foster.
The only time it's appropriate to slide into first is if you're avoiding a tag.
Avoiding it. As the first baseman goes up,
Yep.
you go down.
Pitch to Foster is a breaking ball low. He is struck out swinging, reached into fielder's choice, walked, and stolen a base.
Had an active day at short, and he's now the pitcher of record.
5 assists, 2 putouts. Ball 2 as that one stayed up.
Good hitters count here now.
Yep.
We're in the bottom of the 7th of a 2-2 game.
Ferrara, the righty, winds, takes something off that, and swing and a miss. So 2-0, he goes with a changeup, and Foster swung over it. Yep.
He was expecting a 2-0 fastball.
Yes.
He swung in a 2-0 fastball, but that was not what was delivered.
There's the heater. Foster blasts this to right, but the right fielder settles under it, makes the catch. That's Quinlan with the catch. 2 outs here.
Well struck by Foster, and if Quinlan doesn't play that right, like we said, there's no fence behind him,
Yes.
at least not right now, and there's a lot of room before you hit the next fence at the softball field.
Boy, the first 5 innings of this game, Kevin, flew by.
Yeah, you jinxed it.
I
Slow
know,
down a bit.
my fault. Here comes Jake Gorman, has grounded out up the middle, 6 shortstop unassisted, and walked on the game. Walked twice actually. Looks at a breaking ball, low ball 1.
Look how, well, if you can see, look how deep, the left field is playing extraordinarily deep and left.
Outside, 2-0 to big Jake Gorman. The first baseman had a nice scoop to end last inning.
Ferrara wanted that one.
Yeah.
Looking into the coach. I don't think the coach can change the umpire's mind. 2-0 to Gorman.
Called strike. Low part of the zone, a fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Excuse me, 2 balls, 1 strike.
He's been consistent on that call, that low and outside corner, right at the knees. That's been a strike all day.
Fouled back, took a little bit off that. Almost reaches the Brennan School behind us. Now it's 2 and 2. Say Gorman's going to Colby Sawyer?
Oh, he's going to Framingham State.
Framingham State, the Fighting Rams.
Coach Callahan over Framingham State, no relation.
Wide stance, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Climb the ladder on him.
And we've completed 7.
First strikeout for Matt Ferrara came at a good time. We're heading to extra innings with a score tied at 2. You're listening to WARA Radio or watching AACS TV. We'll be right back.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back. If you're enjoying this broadcast, you may enjoy my show I have every weekday, 9 till noon here on 1320 WARA, Pontificating with Paul and the Proletariat, a talk show with some music. We have the same passion as AM radio bloviators, but usually about much different subjects. Once in a while we screw up and get into politics, but we try to avoid that. It's an entertaining show. When it's good, it's very, very good. When it's bad, it's utter drivel, but at least it's never average. Kevin, you listen every day. Of course, your radio's broken.
Try to listen in when I'm at work, when I can, yes.
When your boss is out of the room. Guess who you could see? Guess who sent this text to me? Extra innings. Oh, joy.
That would be of the Quincy.
The lovely Carol McLaughlin of the Quincy McLaughlins. Good game, she writes, though.
Yep, I'm supposed to be in Norton in 20 minutes to coach my daughter.
Oh, boy.
I'll be there in no time. No problem.
Peter Gobis from the Sun Chronicle plagiarizing Kevin's scorebook, liberally.
He knows a good book when he sees it.
I know, exactly. He could look at either of our books. He's going with yours.
So we got Cam Foster starting his second inning. He had a 1-2-3 facing the 8-9-1 of Taunton. So in the eighth inning, a little bit tougher challenge in theory. Ryan McDougall, Daniel McDougall is going to re-enter the game. Yep. And Bretton Heggs, because Ferrara's supposed to, Ferrara's pitched for McDougall. McDougall's re-entering the game. They're probably going to put him in the field and bring in a new pitcher for the bottom of the inning.
Did McDougall leave the field?
I believe he did.
How the hell can you go back in then?
Re-enter. Doesn't matter when you re-enter. You can re-enter at any time.
Jeez, when I'm benevolent czar, we're making some changes.
So I believe that's what's happening. So I believe McDougall will be re-entering for Matt Ferrara, the pitcher. Then we'll find out who is pitching for Taunton in the bottom of the eighth.
And Billy Saltmarsh warming up for Attleboro. Why, back in my day, when you came out of the game, you were out of the game. Okay, so let me get to, we got the right side of the scoreboard. Ryan McDougall, Kevin mentioned an RBI.
Yep, he's one for two at a walk on the day and an RBI single to center.
Mm-hmm. The other RBI, a sacrifice fly by Ty Cali in the sixth.
Oh, and just so you know, and you probably didn't, we have a runner on second, so we're going American League.
Oh, okay.
Rules, and I'm assuming that's Jack Gobin. That's who made it last.
Yes, that's Jack Gobin, only the leadoff hitter who can fly. He's at second.
So I'll put him on second, and I'm sorry I missed the first two pitches.
Excuse me, what's the count? Thank you.
2 balls?
2 balls.
Okay, so we have a runner on second, much like what's going on in Major League Baseball. We're starting with a runner on second. I believe that's Jack Gobin, the runner.
And that ball is fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strike.
So this is new for me. How do I do the scorebook? When I do this, I just move it to the next inning?
Yeah, I just drew a circle on second base.
Yeah, but you got it from McDougall. Should be him when you think about it.
Well, we know that it's the last batter who made the last out.
That's true, too.
Foster, oops, little highs. That's the first one to really get away from him. Almost got away from Bailey Camacho, the senior captain at catcher. He
knocked it down and no advancement by Gobin. So McDougall not showing any bunt. They're letting the sophomore hit with a runner on second. So playing for the big inning, not playing for the bunt to get him over the third with 3, 4, 5 coming up behind him.
Fastball lashed to Gorman at first base. Makes the play, but that'll move Ryan McDonough over to third. So Kevin wanted a bunt.
Jack Gobin.
Over to third. Kevin wanted a bunt, but Ryan McDougall. Oh, I see what you're saying. There we go.
See, it did make sense.
It did make sense. But Ryan McDougall smashes the ball to Gorman, who makes a 3 unassisted if you're scoring at home.
All right, Attleboro giving up the run. They're keeping their defense back with 1 out in the top of the 8th to number 3 hitter Daniel McDougal,
Wow.
who has re-entered the game.
And he smashes that into left field on one hop to Haggerty. 3-2 Taunton. First pitch swinging. He guessed fastball. He got a fastball, and Kevin, he lashed it. Yep. That's why he's a captain. That's why he hits third.
So no doubt about it. Matter of fact, Haggerty may have had a chance to throw him out at first.
Yes.
That's how hard hit the ball that was.
So an RBI. And they throw for the pick-off attempt at first. McDougal gets back in plenty of time, the Dan variety.
When Attleboro plays the bottom of the 8th, Jake Gorman will be the runner at second. I have a feeling it won't be Jake Gorman.
Yeah.
And the first pitch strike to Bretton Heggs, the left fielder, who is 0 for 2, got hit by a pitch, and he went to third on an errant pickoff throw and scored on the sacrifice fly.
Yep. Fouled off the pitch by Foster.
Forces up 0-2 in the count. 1 out, runner on first. Taunton leads top of the 8th, 3-2.
Heggs, a left-handed batter, wears number 5. Come on, Brad. Boy, look at Coach Bork in the third base coach's box. That's a lot of signals.
Just enough to confuse him.
Yeah, really. Great Eddie Popowski impression over there.
Oh, nice scoop.
Great scoop by the catcher, but running down to second base with the stolen base is going to be Dan McDougal. What an athlete.
Well, McDougal did very well there, and it's taught to the players. The second you see a ball in the dirt, turf, whatever, on the ground, you take off. It's hard to scoop, pick, and throw all at the same time, get the guy out. Real good running by McDougal there.
2-1, 3 balls, 1 strike now to Heggs as that pitch is high from Foster. What year is Cam Foster?
He's a senior. I got 2 and 2. Is it 3 and 1?
Okay, I'll go with your count. I've been screwing this book up. Yeah.
2 and 2.
Using a different book and everything's in the wrong spot and I'm screwing myself up.
Up.
High fly foul and left side. Third base McMahon makes the catch. There are 2 outs. Taunton leads 3 outs, and Taunton leads.
That's only the second out.
That's what I had. How come everyone's leaving the field?
I've got 2 outs.
Dawson, you're going to first.
I've got 2 outs. McDougal grounded out to first, which moved Gobin. Then McDougal singled, and then a foul out to third. It
starts with 1 out.
Hey, John.
All right, Kevin's going to get a rule interpretation. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
W.H. Riley is here for your home or business needs this summer. They're a family-run business that always welcomes new customers. They offer air conditioning, generator, and home appliance installation with 24-hour emergency service. For more details, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or on the web at whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Okay, welcome back to the bottom of the 8th. I'm confused. Apparently, under the new rules, in extra innings, you start with a runner at second and 1 out. So you only have, the offense only has 2 outs to get something done in extra innings, I guess in an attempt to move the game forward. So Taunton scored 1 run and 1 hit. That was by McDougal, who drove in their 3rd run of the game. So now we go to the bottom of the 8th. At second base,
number 18, Billy Saltmarsh, will run for Jake Gorman.
So he's going to have to take Gorman's spot in the lineup?
Yeah, so there's a good chance that he'll go into pitch.
Okay.
And somebody else will go over to first base.
All right.
Foster, could be Hool, could be anybody. So there's 1 out, as we're finding out. Can I go on record and say I do not like this rule?
Yeah. Evan Hool hits a high hopper to the third base. Oh, running to third base. Aggressive play. Again, the third baseman, Sullivan, charged. Made the stop, and breaking immediately for third was the pinch runner, Saltmarsh. The third baseman, Sullivan, looked towards third, realized the shortstop, Bryce, wasn't going to make it in time.
It became a race between Saltmarsh and Quinlan.
Yeah.
Bryce, the shortstop, and Sullivan, the third baseman.
Yeah.
And now there's two outs out.
And Bailey Camacho is up.
And pitching is Ryan McDougall. Nobody told us that.
Jesus God, these rules are ridiculous.
Ryan McDougall's pitching. I can't see who's over at first right now.
Oh, that's Ryan McDougall.
Yeah.
Not Dan McDougall.
No. And the count is 0-2 to Camacho.
I thought the first one was a ball. 1-1, yep.
1-1. 1-1, two outs, runner on third.
Camacho.
Ryan McDougall, the sophomore, pitching.
Called strike, fastball right down the pipe. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Camacho has grounded out to second, grounded out to third, popped up to first.
No, Camacho got a single in his first at bat.
Nice stop. Oh, there it is. Sorry.
Great stop there.
Yes.
Prevented the tying run by Colby Dakuda, who's not the catcher. It's number 28 now.
Wow.
Spencer Andrews is now catching.
Okay.
I think that's at 8, right?
Yep.
Okay. Not 23. That's a hit.
Straight up the middle in the gap in right field. Base hit. Run scores. We're tied at 3. Wow. Second hit of the day for Bailey Camacho. An RBI, and we're tied at 3 in the bottom of the 8th.
And here comes a courtesy runner for Camacho as a catcher. That would be back to Lorilla.
I can understand.
Number 19, Eric Lorilla.
I can understand starting the 8 extra innings with a runner on second. I don't get the only 2 outs thing.
I don't get that. I don't like that. I reluctantly accept the runner on second as the old school. I do not.
Yeah.
This one's going to take me a few years
Yeah.
to accept that there's 1 out to start extra innings. Either way, Eric Lorilla is pinch running for the second time today. He's in the 8th inning. 2 outs.
Yeah.
Matt McMahon, who homered in his last at bat.
Yes, he struck out looking, base hit to left, and homer to left. Lashes it to the third baseman, fielded by Sullivan across the diamond. God, what a stupid rule. And now we're heading to the 9th inning because each team only gets 2 outs and extra innings.
It doesn't make sense. This actually prolongs the game instead of shortening the game.
One of these days, I am going to become benevolent czar of planet Earth, and we're going to fix all these ridiculous, stupid rules. Till then, it's 3-3 as we head to the 9th inning. Who knows what the rules will be then? Don't go away.
Funding for this station is provided by Fisherman's 3 Restaurant. Have a craving for fried or broiled seafood but don't have time to drive to the Cape? The Fisherman's 3 Restaurant, located at 411 Old Colony Road in Norton, has shrimp, squid, and lobster made to order. Their seafood arrives daily from the ocean to your table with other menu options available. They're normally open every day, but now have special COVID hours of Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. for takeout or sit down. They're also currently hiring. For more information or to order, you can call 508-222-8090.
Welcome back to 1320 WARA. If you're just listening to us, if you're watching, it's AACS 15 Sports, the AACS YouTube channel. I'm a very confused Paul Healy, along with slightly less confused, but still verklempt Kevin Callahan. Jim Jones back in our truck, our engineer in charge, just shaking his head and throwing up his hands. Who comes up with these rules?
Again, we all...
What's the point of putting someone at second base to make it easier to score, and then you take an out away?
It doesn't make sense. They experimented last year during the pandemic in all levels of high school and minor league ball with the runner on second with nobody out.
Yeah.
We were all a little confused with the runner on second. We all understood that reluctantly, but okay, we get it. Even, put some strategy in. Do you bunt? How do you play small ball?
Yeah.
But now there's only 1 out. Yeah. Good luck with the pitching stats. I don't feel like doing that. However, really quick, before we get going, we have right now Billy Saltmarsh is at first base. He went in to run for Gorman, and now he has to stay in the game. You still got, Owen Tabor at second, Evan Hool's at short, and Matt McMahon is at third. Bailey Camacho still catching, and Cam Foster on the hill.
So we are in the 9th inning.
And don't forget that there's an out and a runner on second. I believe on second will be Bretton Heggs. On second base. And that was a strike to Ty Cali.
Who squared to bunt and pulled the ball back and caught the low inside part of the strike zone.
And Cali 0 for 2. Ground out. Rishon Era hit a sacrifice fly to right field. back in the 6th inning.
Curveball low, 1 ball, 1 strike, and it was my fault, folks. We were in the 5th inning, and it was only 5. Well, wasn't very.
It was like an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah,
into it.
exactly.
Yeah, it was about 5 o'clock exactly.
I opened my big fat mouth, and since then they've changed all the rules. Oh, there's a blast to right center field. That's going to find the gap. That's going to roll to the dugout on the softball field. Not quite that far.
It's going to be at least 3, and they're running in.
Hawkwater picks it up. Ben Hawkwater picks it up. That is a lead-off triple for
Ty Cali.
Ty Cali, and the runner, Bretton Heggs, scores from second. It is 4-3 Taunton. And that was a bomb, Kevin.
Yeah, I give a lot of credit to Ben Hawkwater because on this turf field, and it's new turf, everything is running fast.
Yeah.
And he was flying out of the box. Infield in, all around, 1 out, runner on third.
God.
If you're wondering where the out was, there wasn't one made yet. It's the new rule. Nice curveball.
Called strike on the breaking ball from the pitcher.
Foster. Infield in, all around.
So
defense about the same.
Foster's back in pitching?
Yeah, that's his. Yep, this
Okay,
is his
that's
third
right.
inning.
He's grounded out to shortstop twice and second base once, and there, whoops, down to his coach, Blair Bork, in the third base coaching box, decided to let that go.
These two teams face off against each other tomorrow in Taunton as well. So
2-0. I mean 0-2.
0-2. 3 of the last 4 games for Attleboro have been against Taunton if you go back 2 years.
Breaking ball, nice catch by Bailey Camacho. As Foster, the right-handed senior shortstop, started at shortstop, now pitching his 3rd inning.
This is his 3rd inning, yes. Nice play by Camacho. That gets away. That's going to score a run. That was a very healthy lead by Cali off of third base.
1-2. Righty winds, breaking ball. Another stop by Foster by Camacho as Foster put a little too much oomph into that pitch.
Bryce was tempted, but held up.
Yeah.
It would have been an interesting play had he gone because they would have had to throw it on the first to get him out. And what would the runner have done?
2 balls, 2 strikes. High and outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Dawson Bryce, the outstanding Taunton shortstop.
Do not want to walk this person to create first and third.
Deep in the box and close to the plate.
Might be able to jam on an inside fastball if he can locate it.
Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3.
2 outs. It's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, but
it's the second out of the inning. It's the first recorded out, but it's the second out. Forgive us. It's going to take me a while to get through this.
Braden Sullivan he had a base hit in the 3rd inning, walked in the 5th, was erased, a fielder's choice, and popped out to second in the 6th.
Coach Dunley has a quick visit with Cam Foster, maybe just to check to see if he's okay. Nothing has changed in the infield. Okay. That was a very quick visit by Coach Dunley. So 2 outs. Infield moves back. Outfield moves back a little bit, so they don't have to cut down any potential runners. You have the number 7 hitter up, Braden Sullivan, as you mentioned earlier, 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. Healthy lead at third.
Turns to bunt, misses the ball. Camacho throws down to third. Dangerous. Back in time was Cali.
They call that a strike?
Yeah.
There's more of a safety type because there's 2 outs.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the runner at third. So it's I see some potential confusion setting in amongst the other teams too.
Yes.
If you want to squeeze, just throw down to first base. You don't have to worry about the runner.
I think that's the whole point with the new rules. You're hoping the other team may have lost track of the outs.
Showing bunt again.
And he fouls that off, so it's 0-2 to Braden Sullivan.
Again, unless you can tag the runner right in front of you, you just unless it's a perfect bunt, you are just throwing down the first to get the third out of the inning.
But then again, Kevin, if you're a good bunter and you don't think he can catch up to his fastball,
no, good point.
Maybe it's
good point. Yep.
Better odds.
It's just it's just surprising from the right-handed side with 2 outs to see back-to-back bunt attempts.
And now, Coach.
I don't think the coach understands it. Oh.
That's because he did offer it the first pitch. They called it a strike for offering it the first pitch because he offered it the first pitch. The Attleboro catcher Bailey Camacho just turned to us. Yep. It's not just me.
I thought you were going to argue with the coach there.
Really? Foster, breaking ball up the middle.
Oh, no,
it's
it's off his glove.
Poole at short, fields it, and Taunton scores again. That's an infield hit, deflected off the pitcher. It is 4-2 Taunton.
And if Cam Foster had to do that all over again, he would let that go. And who most likely makes that play and throws him out for the third out of the inning. Foster's just doing what comes naturally. Instinct. And unfortunately, he slowed it down so much that Evan had no chance at shortstop to throw him out.
So the RBI for Braden Sullivan missed 2 bunt attempts and then knocks in their 4th run with an infield hit. And this brings up Connor Quinlan, who has been hit by a pitch, reached in a fielder's choice and scored Taunton's first run and popped out to second.
2 outs, 2 in.
And also made one nice play in right field.
Yes,
breaking ball called strike 1.
The score is 5-3. I don't think we've given that.
Yeah, thank you.
In a little bit.
Thank you, Kevin.
Well, I think we.
I don't have my egg timer.
We're trying to catch up on the
all
rules
kinds of
and the
rules.
substitutions and explain to you guys what's going on. Because if you're just tuning in on your way home from work or whatever, you what do you mean there's 1 out / 2 outs?
Yeah.
Going.
Camacho throws down. Stolen base for Braden Sullivan and a diving stop by Attleboro's second baseman Tabor on the throw.
Yeah, it tailed a little bit on Camacho, and Tabor had to dive back to his left to prevent it from going into the outfield. 1-1 the count to Connor Quinlan, the right fielder.
In the dirt, well, in the turf. 2 ball. Oh, he did offer.
Yep, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foster relying a lot more on his curveball. Last few batters than his fastball. 1-2, I go high heat in there and try to get the number 8 hitter out on strikes.
Foster. High heat, swing and a miss, strike 3. One of our listeners has texted in, I'm not the world's biggest baseball expert, but that rule sounds stupid. Because it is a stupid rule. For Taunton, in the top of the 9th, 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 runner left on base. They lead 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the 9th.
And just really quick, the runner on second is there to increase scoring to shorten the games in the major league from the time. By giving a team an out, it takes away all the strategy of bunting him to third with 2 outs. Why bunt him to third? He's already in scoring position. So, and that's the sense that it doesn't make any sense.
Exactly right. We'll be right back after this.
W.H. Riley is here for your home or business needs this summer. They're a family-run business that always welcomes new customers. They offer air conditioning, generator, and home appliance installation with 24-hour emergency service. For more details, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or on the web at whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Welcome back. As we head to the bottom of the 9th under these crazy new rules. You put a man on second so you can have strategy. Maybe we'll bunt him over, but if you only give the offense 2 outs, that takes away all the strategy.
Exactly. Owen Tabor's up with a runner on second and 1 out.
And that's McMahon.
Matt McMahon on second base to lead off.
And Tabor looks at called strike 1, I believe. And who's pitching? This is Ryan McDougal.
Still Ryan McDougal in his second inning. A 7-pitch inning last inning, giving up a run. They're keeping him close at second, so there's a big hole between first and second if Tabor can hit that. Looked a little high, looked a little outside to me on that one. But 0-2 to Tabor. You'll see Tabor, Haggerty, and Nate George are the ones scheduled to come up. We'll see if Coach Dunley goes to his bench at all on the 7, 8, 9 or lets them hit. Haggerty is already a sub for Pakasaki.
Yeah. To the stretch is Ryan McDonough. Breaking ball, nice stop. by the catcher. Can't find the ball. That's number 28 or 23.
You can't see with the straps. If
Yeah.
it's 23, it's the starter, Colby Dakota.
Yeah.
If it's the backup, it's 28, Spencer Andrews. And neither one of them are in the lineup to hit. So it's
Yeah.
apologies to the Taunton fans listening. His straps come around the number, so we can't see if it closes off the 3 to make it an 8 or if it's an 8.
That ball is fouled back and just missed, hitting the car driving up the driveway of the Brennan School. But more importantly, it's still 0-2 to Owen Tabor.
1-2.
1-2. Thank you.
Glad you gave me permission to correct you on the very first
Yes.
game we did about 5 years ago.
Yes.
On the count.
You know, Kevin, if I make a mistake, you can tell me. It's been flawless since then. Fastball, call strike 3, outside corner. And here's where a batter's going to understand. Umpires are human beings, too. We've been here for a long time. Anything that's going to be a strike.
It's been a strike this game.
It has
too.
been a strike this game. He's been consistent.
Right. So you've got to see that. Even if it hasn't been called against you, you've
Yes.
got to see that on other players.
No
And-
complaints with that.
Right. You try to follow it off. And so now we got 2 away for
McDonough,
Saltmarsh.
first pitch, ground ball to Sullivan at third, fires it across the diamond, and Taunton wins 5-3. They go to 2-0 in the year. Attleboro drops to 0-2. One of our listeners, Tom from Taunton, writes in, stupid rules, but an entertaining game nonetheless, and he's right.
Well, thank you for listening. It was very entertaining. It was a 5-3 final. These two teams will face off again tomorrow in Taunton on their turf field.
Yep.
I think I'm going to have to do some research to see if there's any rationale
Yeah.
behind the rule. Again, for the 7th time, and
One,
forgive
two, three,
me for repeating
4,
it.
5,
We understand the
6.
runner on second,
Yes.
just to create something, and actually creates an interesting strategy. Do you want to go small ball? Do you want to try for the big inning? But with 1 out and a runner on second, it takes away a lot of that
Yes,
strategy.
exactly.
And it doesn't make sense. So we end up playing 9.
4.
Attleboro ended up with
Each team ended up with 6 hits.
So 5 runs on 6 hits for Taunton, no errors.
Yep.
3 runs on 6 hits and 2 errors for
The Bombardiers.
For the Bombardiers. And it quietly might not make the stat sheet, but third baseman Brendan Sullivan for Taunton on Evan Hoole's hit with on a 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded.
Yes.
He lays out and with the runners going. Yep. I'm convinced that they were going to score 2 runs on that. He knocks it down. Yes, 1 run scores, but he prevented a 2nd run from scoring.
Right.
And that's a huge play. Great at bat for Evan Hoole.
Yes.
But only 1 run scored instead
And that's
of 2.
where you have to write notes in your scorebook. Because just looking at a scorebook looks like base hit, RBI.
Right.
And it's that might have been the subtlest, sneakiest play of the game. The third baseman, Braden Sullivan, knocking that ball down.
You try to teach the kid, why lay out? It's going to be a hit anyway. Well, you lay out, you keep the ball in the infield. You don't know what's going to happen once the ball gets to the outfield.
All right, Jim Jones, we got to get out of here very, very quickly. 6 hits for each team, 5 runs for Taunton, 3 for the Bombardiers. We had a lot of fun calling that game for you. Hope you enjoyed listening, despite one of the dumbest baseball rules I've ever heard in my life. Thanks a lot, everyone. Tomorrow, we're going to try broadcasting softball for you tomorrow afternoon. Thanks for joining us on AACS 15 Sports.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports